Hello and welcome back to Critical 20. We are back today. Jonathan will be joining us shortly.
Really?
We have these three wonderful mouse pads.
As you
from
hold one.
MTech. Well, I have one that I'm rolling my dice on currently for convenience, and the other's up there. If you'd like to be entered in the giveaway, email me at criticaltwenty20dnd@gmail.com with the subject line of giveaway, and you will be entered in the giveaway, or leave a comment in the comment section below. Because I read all of them at this point. Whenever I go and it's like, there's a comment! There's a comment!
It makes your day.
Yeah, pretty much.
I feel like
Unless it's a comment from one of us, then
I feel like I should
okay.
should go in as a different user, like some random name.
Just do comments,
And
subscribe, and do some comments.
Just to make you
I'm
feel
so
better.
far behind on posting right now. I'm gonna catch up over Christmas break. I'm so far behind.
How many episodes are you behind?
5 or 6.
Holy crap.
Maybe 4. It's been a while since I've actually posted. Okay.
You're a month behind.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Well, after how many campaigns?
I don't even know. Okay, so look, we put some money in the Critical 20 fund. This bag is the entire fund. Okay, so where did we leave off last time?
We had just gotten back from...
And I just snuck up on a priest and got my age set back, and then we ended.
Right. You got restored from all those awful, horrible things that happened to you
And
in
then
the
we
timeless
went,
area.
near the random island and
then we went and slept.
after you went to that, accidentally went to a place where time was non-existent and you were there for what felt like an eternity until Cthulhu helped you. And you still don't know anything about that place. I have so many secrets. Honestly, I don't know very much.
I just rolled 2 numbers. Guess what they were?
20 and 1.
A 2 and a 1.
That's a lot less impressive than a 20 and a 1. Okay.
It's very sad dice.
So, you're in Volcanta now, right?
Is that the place where everybody moved to?
Yes.
Then yes.
Okay. So, what would you like to do?
I don't know what to do. Give me
Kill
some...
people.
But what are you going to do?
Good point. Very good point, Derek. So we need more allies. We got the dragons. Cthulhu.
Do we really have the dragons, though?
You have at least one dragon.
The silver dragon said yeah. He doesn't know if he can vouch for everybody else, but he said yeah. That's still an ancient silver dragon. Those things are pretty scary.
Yeah.
Who's left?
Mousepad is very bouncy.
Apparently, Alamont is the deity of the dawn. Somehow.
Well, he is technically whoever's power he takes, and there's no music.
No, there has to be music,
Must have music.
says the bard. You've been playing a bard too long, Derek.
I like playing bard.
In Skyrim, you always hired the bards every time you
Seriously, you hire the bards, man.
I wish you could get a bard that followed you.
There's probably a mod for that.
I'll use this one, since this is one of my favorites.
Explains why I've heard it so often.
It's like my new favorite. Yeah. Okay.
I have 3D20s.
So, as you're walking through the city, for some reason or another, for some reason or another, you're going through the market. Don't ask me why.
Because we would go there to buy food.
Fair enough. That's right. I said don't ask me why, and he told me why, so it works. And
I didn't ask
there's they're somewhat unfamiliar in the market.
Eat them.
Appears to be a book merchant.
What? Why would... What?
I'm gonna go look at books.
You can go look at books. So, you're looking at... He's kind of got like a little bookshelf on like a table. And you're looking at books, and some of them have interesting titles, such as The Echoes of Honor.
He's had a ton of fun with this one. I've heard the names throughout the week.
The Red Cloak Slayers.
Of course you put that one in there.
The Autobiography of Doran Greycastle. The Death of Faith, and the History of Eltonero.
The Death of Faith?
Yep.
Dang. Was
Tell
that
me
written by
about-
Edgar Allan Poe?
For sale, baby.
What are these books about?
Well, they're about different things, and I personally have found them quite fascinating.
Can I sneak up behind him and take his books?
A lot of these books have a similar theme. They talk about the Red Cloak Slayers and their great fortress back
Who are
in
the
the
Red
day.
Cloak Slayers?
There's a reason no one wears red cloaks in the world, and it's because of the Red Cloak Slayers.
Can I wear a red cloak now?
If you wish, but you might have blasphemy shouted at you.
Why?
So the Red Cloak Slayers were an ancient group of more or less heroes. Were like an organization. They would get more people into their organization, and their whole thing was just protecting and stopping this thing that, from what I understand from my readings, is known as the Desolation.
Sounds
I don't know much about it. The Red Cloak Slayers haven't been seen for a millennia, so
Well,
I assume
where-
the world hasn't come to an end yet.
Where was their castle?
That's the problem. No one knows. People have been looking for it for a millennia.
How
Well-
much are these books?
These books...
With your book knowledge, where would you say it is?
My book knowledge would not help in this matter.
Why not?
He pulls out a map. And it looks like an old map. It shows Olar exactly where Olariel is. He pulls out another map. It shows Olar in a very different location. He pulls out another map. It shows Olar in a different location.
Why do you have 3 maps that don't match?
They are all historically accurate, except for one point.
So did they just move locations?
I doubt the fortress itself could move. That is a possibility. Maybe it could fly or something, or teleport.
Teleport.
I am not a master of the arcanic magics. I do
You're
not
telling
understand
me a giant fortress can teleport?
it. Well, yes, that is exactly what I am saying. Either that or it might not even be on this plane. People might just be guessing.
What if it's off and on the plane? Like
That would
going,
be very strange.
well, going in between planes.
Like the border ethereal?
Yeah,
That would be very strange.
it would make sense.
Perhaps. Perhaps.
How would we go about finding this place? Where are we
Derek
I'm
does-
not certain.
Derek doesn't even know.
You could read these books.
How much are the books?
Perfect
These
salesman.
books don't usually sell, so I will sell them to you for 15 gold pieces each.
How much for the maps?
How much
Maps?
gold do I have?
The maps 10 gold pieces each.
What do you think?
I think just get the maps. I mean, the books would assist us, but wait. You're a scholar, correct?
Yes, I am a scholar. I have researched in great libraries. While they still existed. 1 second, I have to go get the door. I have another customer to attend to.
Wait, what? I'm very confused.
He has another customer to attend to. Gosh.
That's not real life, Victoria. I think.
So what do you think? You buy the maps, I'll buy the books?
I don't even know how much money I have.
Well, what's your background?
Charlatan.
If your background is charlatan,
Alright, so what were we talking about?
I don't know how much money my character has.
Did you never roll for money?
I don't think I did. My character
We
sheet.
will say 210.
Okay, that was easy.
That's convenient. I was gonna calculate it.
And it probably would have been less than that.
The curse dice. The curse dice.
Do you want to buy the maps and I'll buy the books and we'll do some research?
Sure. How much are all the maps?
All the maps would be 30. If
much?
you're interested in Olar,
How
the
about
books I have found with references to Olar. This one he pulls out Echoes of Honor, The Paths of Men,
we just
Olar,
do?
City of Legends.
How about we just do a
Red
combined
Cloak
deal?
Slayers, The History of Eltonral, Desolation is actually it's like a thin pamphlet almost, and the Autobiography of Dorian Grey Castle, and
So
The
that's-
Death of Fate.
So that's 7 books, right?
Technically,
So how much does each book cost?
15?
15 gold pieces. Yep, 7 books and like.
So
60.
altogether would be 135, right?
Wait, how many books are there?
So let me
7.
let me cut you a deal for all of them combined. 100 flat.
Roll a persuasion check.
Right? I'm proficient in persuasion.
Well, these don't usually sell very well. They're the kind that most people don't like to read.
27.
Less a romance than most people like to read. Except for Dorian Grey Castle's all about.
20 freaking 7.
Alright.
Benefits of being a charlatan.
100 gold.
I'll buy the maps.
Yeah.
I'll buy the maps.
No, I just bought everything for 100.
He did just buy everything for 100.
Sweet!
That's how you do it.
It is.
That's what a charlatan does.
I hope you can find more information than I did about them. Or the information can help you more than it helped me.
See, if you weren't here, I would have snuck back at night and stolen everything for 0. But you're here.
And then you find out he keeps them in like a Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion.
Yeah, that would suck. I can't get in that.
There's no luck! I can't lockpick it!
Just break it down.
You can't.
Okay, so.
Let's read the first book.
Well, first I want to overlay all the maps over each other. And, like, put a light under it.
I do not have my laser of doom.
We're getting a laser of doom.
And I'm getting this.
So Laser of Doom says, one of them is roughly here, around Olariel. One of them would be up here, by Turanium.
Do you have, like, a marker that you can just dot on there?
Where are all my markers? I don't know where my markers are.
Or even just a sticker?
I'll remember.
I won't. That's why I'm asking.
Olario and Tyranio.
So all the stuff that ends in AL. Jarvial. Venal. Is a sign! No!
Did orange, so it'd be a color that is not like any
So
colors.
here. Yeah, I can't see that. There. Where? Up here? And where else?
There'd also be one down,
Here.
I think it's by Velte actually.
Do we have a map of the ley lines?
You do not.
Look at the guy. Where would we go for a map of ley lines?
Why don't we just go to the freaking map
Ley
maker?
lines?
Oh no, it's your world.
I don't know of anyone who can accurately chart the ley lines.
Okay, I'm going. Is there like a College of Magic or something? College of
Simplicity.
Winterhold. I'm going there.
So you circle the Earth 5 times.
And then you teleport to this new plane of existence called Skyrim.
Then you fall off the world and find yourself in the Fae of the Air. You recorded there. One interesting thing about these maps, though, I only have 3 of them that show location of Olar. In my book says something about 4.
The middle would be right about there.
The middle would be a few inches lower.
Yeah, like right around
Because
here.
like it's on this line.
Well, no. I mean the middle of all 3 points.
Oh, the middle of all 3.
It'd be right at the city.
There. What even is that city?
LNER?
I don't think we've ever been there.
You're right, you haven't. That was one of the few that was up at the beginning.
Oh yeah, I can see you've added new ones.
Yeah, quite a few of them.
Yeah. They don't seem to have a pattern. I mean, they're all by major capitals, but that's not really helpful.
But I've always thought of something. Were those 3 cities built around something? Something related to Olar?
Well,
I can never put my finger on it.
if that's true, you need to look into the history of each of those cities, not into the history of Olar.
That is a good point.
Because
I should.
Because you don't know how the city was founded or why they picked those spots.
Do you remember what's at the center of Alariel?
Alariel's destroyed.
Well, Alariel's
Well,
built
there was
in.
the palace.
It's built in rings,
Yeah, the palace was at the center.
so it's
So
built around something. It makes sense why it's in rings.
where are we?
Perhaps each ring of the city was built.
Are we over here in Delta?
No, you're down there.
Moral.
No, above Voral, right there.
Mountain above Varel.
Can we go down to? Does Rural have a decent library?
No,
No.
we have discussed this. It does not.
My character would know. He's not.
Yep.
A scholar.
I just have to keep to the things I have said. I remember saying that Voral has no library.
Has its library fallen into the sea?
Yes.
Literally?
No.
Oh. Only if we had a freaking wizard at this level.
Wizards are useful.
They're very useful.
Especially at this level. They start getting good spells. Level 13.
You cleaned out the corner!
Kind of. I half cleaned out the corner.
Well, I can't see any trash because of the...
Yeah, it's because it's half cleaned out.
It looks clean. Do we
The Red
even-
Cloak what?
Slayers.
Do we have any mages with us?
You do not.
The last mage got kind of like power sucked. So.
Yep. The last mage is now an ordinary person.
I don't think any mage is gonna want to travel with us now. To be honest.
Unless they have slightly more reason than me. But the majority of people in the world have no more reason than me. They have the same amount.
I'm gonna ask this dude if he has any books of history on those cities.
I have the book you just purchased of the history of the continent. I believe it does speak of those cities, but I do not have specific books
Specifically?
of history
In
of
depth?
those cities. Not in depth. Passing mention more. Might help you. I should. I really should read those books again. It's been a while since I've read.
Is there any other book merchants?
Not in this city.
Was it like a guild hall or a castle or?
Fortress.
It was a fortress.
Think Dwarven Mountain Fortress.
Not quite.
Not like that?
No.
What was the name of the fortress?
Not that I said it was Olar.
Olar.
Yes, Olar.
I'm tempted to just run a cards table out in the middle of the street and start scamming everybody.
There is no street.
Then what are we standing on?
Stone.
We're underground, by the way.
What? Why?
You're basically in a massive, like, Mines of Moria style, just chamber.
Why?
Because you got everyone out of Vorel because there was danger of Cthulhu and they haven't returned.
That means Voral's empty.
Yep.
Why don't I go freaking loot the city?
They tried that already. Most things have been taken.
Dang
Pretty
it!
much everything of value was taken because it wasn't a hurried evacuation.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
It was just we should leave the city to a place more defensible. Well, if you can make the place north of us more defensible, we'll go there. Goes and kills Beholder.
So let's read these books.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out the first one. What is it?
The Echoes of Honor.
The Echoes of Honor. Wait.
I think I'm just gonna act like a wizard and try to convince a wizard to come with me. Just because that's what my guy would do. So I'm gonna put on my like fine clothes on and like my signet ring, because I have those from being a charlatan.
It's a signet of like the criminal organization.
No, it's Thoris Rondar, remember?
Right.
his
Sorry,
criminal
what's it
identity.
called?
The Echoes of Honor.
The Echoes of Honor. No. Okay.
I'm gonna spend the next 7 days establishing and making identity as a wizard.
Okay. While you do that, are you just gonna keep reading the books?
Yeah. So what do I learn from the Echoes of Honor?
Roll an investigation check.
That I'm reading.
Yes.
17.
You're investigating the book.
So you're reading, you get through past the 100 pages, no mention of Olar, no mention of anything like that. And you find an interesting paragraph. I saw a man wearing a cloak as red as blood. I thought it was blasphemy until I saw the symbol embroidered on it. The sun with a sword in front of it. My breath caught in my throat. So this is how it ends, I thought. I knew, as did everyone, the meaning of the symbol. The Red Cloak Slayers had returned, and the end of the world was upon us. People parted before this strange man. He wore gleaming armor embossed with gold and bronze, but he bore no weapon. A guard thrust his spear towards him in challenge. The man lifted his hands to the side, and I counted 10 heartbeats before a glowing white greatsword appeared in his hands. He swung it through the guard, shearing his head from his shoulders as easily as if he was swinging through air. He turned to us, saying, "Come with me to Olar, for the end of all things is upon us. Come find your true place and your true name." We followed him to Olar without question.
Wait.
Can I see that so I can copy it down?
Yes, you can see it.
Wait.
Can I keep it?
Yes.
What's
Thought about
the
that.
deal with your true name?
You know.
Crap. That's crap. I've put on plenty of names. Nothing is true.
They're all lies. Even the one you were given.
I have some tape so I can tape this into my notes.
Sure. It's my kind of tape.
Tape. It's not the best for the
Why
show.
is the chain here?
Because it's cool.
Is it like thou shalt not
Thou
pass?
shalt not pass this chain.
Like, that's DM zone over there. We're not like even allowed to think about it.
Stop thinking about it.
Crap.
Yeah, that was on page 113 of the Echoes of Honor.
How long is she taking to read these books?
They're each like long books.
So did I read the rest of it? And there
I'll
wasn't
say
anything interesting in it?
How
an
is it-
entire day per book.
You are dedicated. I don't even think Derek's that dedicated.
You'd be surprised.
Actually, maybe not.
I did that multiple times at Westgate.
Well, yeah, because you're reading freaking...
Way of Kings.
Yeah. You're reading Brandon Sanderson. It's like
It's not like reading War and Peace.
that book sucks.
I've never tried reading it.
It sucks.
There's a reason for that.
It's all just philosophy.
Exactly. What do you think these books are?
Are you a monk?
No, I'm a barbarian.
Wait. There are barbarians doing the research.
The only reason
And
he's
the
a
rogue is
barbarian
pretending
is
to be a
because-
wizard.
That's how we get things done. Man.
There is nothing useful about what you are doing.
Yeah, there is. I'm getting transportation.
Okay, second book.
So the second book is called The Paths of Men.
Paths of Men.
Roll an investigation check.
7.
You don't find anything in the Paths of Men.
I'm gonna read the next one.
Okay. The next one is called Olar, City of Legends.
Alright.
Roll an investigation check.
16.
Okay. You find a paragraph on page 7. You don't have to read very long.
Can you pass me a sticky note?
It says, oh, I don't have any back here yet. I will read it in a second once I grab sticky notes.
Because I need sticky notes for my identities. I already have one. And I'm making a second one right now.
I feel so unprepared and unprofessional.
You're fine. I think it's only me who's been asking for stuff.
Okay. So, page 7 it says, Olar was everywhere yet nowhere. Few ever reached the legendary city. It was said to gleam with gold, silver, and marble. Flowers and white trees lined the streets and filled the gardens of the city. Few wandered the silent, tranquil streets even during its days of glory.
I have to put all my identities on my second page.
I thought about that. I was prepared.
Okay, I have to build this wizard identity.
Do you have some scissors?
I do not.
I like playing with identities. It's fun.
Because that would be helpful.
Do you have scissors? You don't have a knife on you?
Oh, yeah!
What's wrong with these scissors?
Hercules.
Yes.
Near the end, when they're trying to kill Hercules.
God. Pretty much sums up the entire movie.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. The songs sum up the entire movie, though.
That is very true because it's Disney.
Okay, next book.
Every movie's a musical.
16.
That is not true.
So this one's called The Red Cloak Slayers. And it's page 63 says, Olar was more fortress than city. The cliff walls rose high on all sides, and it could be sealed off from the world. The only way it could be unsealed was if someone spoke the first oath at one of these gates. At one of the gates. Not these gates. I didn't bother to write down all the stuff that wouldn't be interesting or useful. The other 360 pages of the Paths of Men.
Basically, betrayal, love, betrayal, love.
No, that's not how the Paths of Men goes. It's more like War and Peace.
That's depressing. I just read War and Peace.
And you didn't get anything out of it.
Except for that one line.
No, the Paths of Men was 2 books ago. That's the one she skipped because she didn't get anything out of it.
Alright. Fifth book.
Next book. It's called The History of Eltonarol. Roll an investigation.
15.
On page 213.
Do I stop reading when I find these paragraphs? I would read the whole book through.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there's
You do.
no more interesting stuff.
Okay.
No one has ever found Olar for the last millennium. It is said to be one of the oldest the oldest structure on Elton. Cities were built up around the great gates that led to Olar. The first peoples to find one of these gates and build up a city around it were the Orir. The second were a group of settlers led by a man by the name of Ramun Melar. They founded the great city of Elariel atop one of the 4 gates. The Red Cloak Slayers slowly vanished and became myths and legends, but their great fortress still remains. This one printed on 2 pages, so it's kind of weird.
Weird. Weird indeed.
There we go. I built myself the identity.
You still have a few more days to finish building it, so...
Well, now I have to see how it reacts to other people. Like, how it's implemented.
Yeah.
What's the farthest city away from here?
On this continent, Avantiano.
What?
What's the farthest city?
You know why?
Because you don't want people to search out your holdings?
No, I'm saying that's where my family lives.
Or go find your forged family lines?
I have a forgery kit in here.
Yeah, but if the people aren't actually alive, it doesn't help. You can't forge people.
That's what minor illusion's for.
What's a
Minor illusion is something this big.
Oh, dang. What spell would that have to be?
Silent image or major illusion.
Those are very high level spells.
Or something of that nature. I guess shape change could also work, but
But you can't be
I
everybody.
don't think you want a chicken to be your, like, brother.
I don't know. It might work. He could be Ben. Think Ben could be played by a chicken?
Next book, 16.
The next book is actually just a little thin pamphlet. It's actually a poem called Desolation is Nigh.
Desolation is
Derek,
nigh.
why are all your books so dark?
Because they're about the same topic.
Oh, okay.
And this almost has a rhythm to it as you read it.
Because it's a poem.
Yeah. So I'm going to try to read it in rhythm, but I fail almost every time. An oath is spoken, power is gained. They rise when the fate of the world is strained. From the peak of Olar, their fortress so high, they rise up with one voice, desolation is nigh. Listen, Elton, to their echoing cry, for if you do not, you shall surely die.
Woo!
That's lines 37 to 42.
That was a good rap, Derek.
Pretty much.
D&D rapping right there.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of how you have to rap in D&D. If you're going to rap, you have to make it very relatable to the story. And you also have to make it understandable.
You know what the best part is?
What?
I made the wizard's school divination, so all his magic is seeing the future, so I can just make up crap. I can just make up crap.
You can make up whatever you want, no matter what you are.
You're going to die tomorrow by a rogue sneaking into your house.
I'll post 10 times guards.
That won't help.
You'd be surprised.
With this guy's stealth?
Okay, last book.
It's actually the second to last book.
7.
Does she need assistance?
You don't find anything in this book.
Okay, so there's one more book?
Yes, there's one more book.
13.
So you're reading The Death of Faith. And on page 57, it says, Olar is a mighty fortress, but like everything else on Elton, it was not built by the gods. Each brick was shaped and placed by the hands of men. It is only by men that the desolation can be prevented, not by any divine being. By the strength of our backs and the steel of our swords shall we obtain victory at last.
Are they trying to fight the city? Was that towards the city or with the city?
You don't know.
Victoria? She has the book.
And
Was
she also
it?
has the passage. It mostly just talks about how anyone who worships the gods is insane.
That's That's depressing. I worship a god. God.
So I guess you're insane. Actually, that is pretty accurate.
Some might argue that. Shut up. You worship a god too.
I'm insane. I willingly accept the insanity.
I do not accept insanity.
Maybe that means you're more insane than I am.
Maybe. We'll see.
Because the fool thinks he is wise, but the wise man knows himself.
I never
to
said
be
I
a
was
fool.
wise. I just said I wasn't insane.
The sane man thinks himself to be insane.
The sane man
But the
knows he's not
insane
insane.
man knows he is sane.
Wait. It doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
I'm dead? Crap.
No. You know what I mean.
You're dead? What? Andrew has died, apparently?
Okay, I'm gonna go back and reread the last two.
Okay, so the first one
6.
was...
How many days
The paths
have
of
you
men.
spent reading these books?
It's almost been a week.
Is it the 10-day weeks or is it the 7-day weeks?
So what'd you roll?
6.
You just read War and Peace again.
Why?
You can try reading it again.
15.
Is that reading in the same book again?
I'm reading the other book again.
Okay, the other book. There's a lot of stuff from the other book. It was the most fun to write, and it was the autobiography of Doran Greycastle.
Oh, of course.
Who's Doran Greycastle?
You don't know.
Because I know Ammon's name is Doran, but I don't know his last name.
Different Doran, spelled differently. Technically it's Doran, but...
The door is on.
The Slayers came down upon our foes like a wave of crimson blood. Their weapons glowed with golden light. Their weapons changed from spears to swords to bows as they assaulted the ocean of monstrosities. Volleys of golden arrows darkened the sky. I watched from a nearby hilltop filled with awe until an arrow struck me in the leg. I collapsed as I cried out in pain.
Was it the knee?
No. A woman ran up to me, and there was no doubt in my mind that she was one of the Slayers. She took the arrow from my leg and bound my wounds. She carried me away from the battle and set me down in a grove of trees. As she turned to go, I said, "Please, my lady, might I know your name?" She stopped and turned back towards me. "I am known as Sitar." She turned back towards the battle and disappeared over the hill. She returned many hours after dark and laid her hands on my leg. There was a flash of golden light. As she took off the bandage, the wound was gone. Only a scar remained. I kneeled down before her and kissed her hand. "I hope that we may meet again, my lady." She smiled, saying, "Come find me within the towering walls of Olar." This one's more like a story. That's the first one. You can roll another investigation check if you want for this book.
Why did you put my fist in your
Well,
throat?
I was trying to go like this, but you were too close, so it went right there.
Oh, we can do this then.
You can roll another investigation check for this book. This is a
For
very
this book?
insightful book.
How many days
Roll
is
another
this
one.
This is
Critical 1.
4 pages.
Basically, you fell asleep while reading
Yeah,
it.
you fell asleep while reading it for a couple hours.
Okay, I'm gonna
She's
wake
done
back up
reading.
and try again.
Okay,
6.
I think she's done with books.
you know what? Just for fun, I'll say you found the next one.
Thank you.
Because it's very relative to the actual story of the book. When I at last made my way into Olar and joined the Slayers, I found Sital training with a sword. Her hair flew back as she brushed the sweat from her forehead. I thought she had been beautiful before, but I had seen so little of her in the dim light. She looked up at me standing there. She smiled and caught me in a tight embrace.
Speedometer.
"I'm so glad you made it. What do you think of Olar?" I looked into her eyes. "It's beautiful, but its beauty pales in comparison to your own." Her cheeks blossomed with color. "Never forget the oath you have made. You must always be a beacon of hope for Latan." Then she leaned towards me and our lips touched for the first time. That was page 397. At least part of it. The important part. And if you want, you can roll another investigation check for this book. I like how the storybook has the most things in
Natural 20.
it.
She gets all
You're
of it.
so engrossed in the story that you find the last one. You don't get it. There's only one left. I sat with Sital, leaning over her as she lay on the ground with her head in my lap.
No.
She was trying to apply pressure to a spear wound in her side. I tore a strip off of my shirt and tied it around her waist to stop the bleeding. She reached up weakly and placed her hand on my face. As it fell, it left a bloody memory behind it. She looked at me. Vilar, find the words. The final words. Save Elton for me. A tear rolled down my cheek. No, Sital, stay with me. We will find the final words together.
Nope.
Her brown eyes looked up at me, piercing my soul. I am dying. You know that as well as I. Take me back to Olar so that I might be buried with my brothers and sisters. Don't forget me. I looked down at her. Don't worry, I won't. She smiled at me one last time as she went limp with that haunting smile frozen on her face forever.
And then he has amnesia.
So depressing.
First, it was like, and then it was like, and then it was, oh, you're dead. There was no in between.
That's because you missed the 200 pages between each quote.
There was like a kiss, and then she dies. What is this? Is this Rogue from X-Men?
Apparently. Those Tigray, she will take your powers. And if your powers are what's keeping you alive, you die. Yeah, the only book you haven't found anything in is The Paths of Men.
War and Peace.
War and Peace. You've read through twice and somehow not caught on the thing. You're just taking them all in your notes. And honestly, right now you're taking more notes than I usually do. And that's saying you're not really taking notes at all. You're just putting the notes in your book. The notes that I took for you.
Okay. Okay. Last attempt to read frickin' War and Peace. 15.
You
So
realize it's called War and Peace.
Again. On page 361.
When you're about to fall asleep, you realize this passage actually has purpose.
I walked from Teltalion to Olar, and though the path was straight, at first I knew not which way to go. The great city itself, home of the Red Cloak Slayers, was within my sight but beyond my reach. I feared, for I knew that if I could not reach Olar, the world as I knew it would die. The Ancient One had risen, and commanded that all should bow before him or be destroyed. I knew that we needed the Red Cloak Slayers. Only they could stop this evil from grasping our world and holding on forever. Just when I had given up, thinking I had done all that I could, I cried out with all my soul, and the path was open before me as I saw Olar with my own eyes.
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like heaven. It sounds like the only people who get there are dead. He's wounded. Oh crap, he gets to go to Olar. I think he died.
That was the girl that was wounded, thank you very much.
Well, in the beginning, he was wounded.
Oh yeah, he was wounded.
And then he went to Olar.
And there was a golden light, too.
Yeah, the weapons were made of golden light.
Something.
It's freaking heaven.
It's freaking... Well, you've died. You'd think you would have seen heaven. Either that or you don't deserve to go to heaven.
Well, remember I went to talk to death, and then I got brought back before I could go to heaven.
Yeah, because your soul got split in two. You can't exactly go to heaven if your soul's in two pieces.
It's true. What do we do now, Derek?
What do you do now?
I'm infiltrating
That's
the
what
wizard
I'm thinking
people.
about right now.
I'm building identities for the fun of it.
Also, I will tell you, on that last passage, if you pay very close attention to the name of the city mentioned, you visited that city before.
What's the name of it?
Teltalion.
You'll have trouble finding it on the map, though,
Why?
because it's not labeled as Teltalion.
Why not?
Mostly because I forgot the name when I was labeling the map. But still, this makes it more interesting.
How long did it take him from Tatalian to find the city?
You don't know. Doesn't say.
Ah, dang it. Okay.
There are actually multiple things in there that if you remember near the beginning of the campaign, there's so many. Like, I'm throwing clues at you.
May I see your clues?
Like baseballs.
I look at the map. Because I was here in the beginning.
You were. There are two very specific things that point to the same very specific thing. If you can figure it out.
Two very specific things out of all of them?
That point to the same very specific thing. There are other useful things to know. But there are two specific things that point to the same specific thing.
The first oath?
I noticed that too.
Why does it say oath so many times?
Maybe it's important.
Or maybe it's not.
Maybe it's just something they wanted to repeat over and over and over again. Like I said, Andrew, the whole thing is kind of a riddle.
Oh, don't worry. You know me.
I do, but it's been a while since we've had a riddle.
Cliffs? Where are the cliffs in this world?
Probably gonna be along here, along there, or up along there.
Yeah, mostly
Is
along
that
the
it?
three main mountain ranges. There are no shore cliffs.
Is this...
Except for, like, up there and up there.
Is this a metaphor? The cliff walls rose high.
You don't know.
Or is that literal?
There are multiple things that refer to the walls of Olar.
Because if it's cliffs, that's only 1/3 of the map or less. I wish I had the F button. Just Control F, use the find thing on all
Control
these.
find. But you have to know the words. They're trying to figure out a giant riddle that's very interesting and intriguing.
Again.
Made out of
There's
paragraphs
there.
from books and poems. It's interesting.
Here, Andrew, smooth this way.
Oldest structure on Elcon. What is simply the oldest structure?
The mountains.
Well, yes, mountains are technically the oldest structure.
I blame
Do you know what
I blame
Tatalian
you.
is?
What?
You did this.
It wouldn't have gone by that name.
Jonathan, do you know what Tatalian is? What city that is?
You visited Teltalion before, but it is not labeled as such on the
Isn't
map.
it that the place where we made my weapons? As
Is
a
it?
fighter? What was
Is it
that
to the
city
north?
named?
Do you remember?
Off the top of my head, no.
Does the
This character
character-
wouldn't remember because he wasn't there.
Where is it?
Does Carl remember?
It's north. Far north.
Where?
Up that way.
What is it labeled as?
Oh.
Talarit.
You labeled it.
Of course I did.
It wasn't labeled when we found it.
The Telesat Dargoon is technically the name of the gate to get into that city, but
Wasn't built by gods. It was built brick and brick. So the
Gods can build
so,
bricks.
So the
I
walls
think
are
your
not.
character sheet might be in
the-
dresser.
That means the walls were made out of brick.
You need to move or something?
Nah.
Nope.
What is with swords,
I think
Derek?
yours was like pink, unless you took it. There it is, pink.
Oh, it's full of stuff. Yay. It's messy.
The red one's
Okay,
diamonds.
first off, who is this ancient one?
Sorry.
You don't know.
So what I'm getting from all these passages is the Red Cloak Slayers, their goal was to stop this ancient one and his forces.
The ancient one, the ancient unforgotten one is Cthulhu.
That's the long lost and forgotten one. Get it right.
Shut
Yeah, but he's
zip.
lost and forgotten, not the ancient one. The ancient one wasn't lost or forgotten.
I thought that was the other guy. Alamont.
Has Elamont been around this whole time?
It's very fascinating how lasers reflect off the aluminum tape I used in this.
Oh, really? It reflects off a reflective surface. How interesting!
The towering
You're right.
walls of Olar
You're right.
break shape.
I have become error.
Error 404.
System not server
Error
not found.
ID 10T. Error URID 10T.
What are the 3 locations? Let's see. we
Tyrannia,
have-
Alariel, and
Belte.
Belte? Yeah.
You tell an automaton to give 110%. Does not compute. Does not compute. Does not.
Exterminate!
I'm gonna go back to the guy and be like, do you know what city is Teltalion?
Italian was a cold city.
No.
It was the first city on El Tanarel, founded by the immortal folk.
I know what city that is. But that is not Olar, because Olar was not built by the gods. So therefore, it is not that city.
I didn't say that Olar was
I
that
know.
city.
But it
I
can't
think
be
this is
that.
out of character.
What city?
No, that was in character.
What city is it?
That one was given by the gods to the immortal people. Am I correct?
The first city
Do you
founded
remember if you're
usually-
correct?
This
I know I'm
Yes, you are
correct.
correct.
Unless they
So it's
came
near
from
there, 'cause it says you
Pinalan
walk
told
from
you that it was
Teltalion
given to
Olar.
them by Vijas.
Yeah, but he can travel for days on foot.
Was this given? So there's.
But we know it's near there.
Wait. He lived in Teltanian?
What?
most
No, I walked.
Who is the one who was in the Paths of Men? Who wrote that?
most
In the Paths
cities
of
that are
Men.
first founded on continents
You don't know,
are
it doesn't
usually
have an
coastal
author.
cities.
But in the beginning, does it say anything about who it
Unless
is? Like
there
who's
is-
saying?
There's no
maps work.
name.
There's
it's
no
just-
speaker.
It's just all first person.
Derek, do you know how maps
But
work?
who?
Exactly.
At some point inside the book, someone probably talked to
But
that
he said it
person.
was made by the gods, so.
It doesn't
Unless
say.
he had no friends ever.
Derek, do you know how maps
it's less
work?
of an autobiography and more of War and Peace.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. No, that's a tale of two cities. Dang it!
Yeah, it is.
I messed
Call
up.
me Ishmael.
Also wrong book.
I'm walking into the wizard place because
There is no wizard place.
What? There's got to be wizards.
There's not. The only wizard you know of in the city is Bono.
Boom.
Is who?
Bono.
Who's Bono?
We
Owner
know who Bono is.
of Bono's Brilliant Bits.
I don't like that guy.
How come? He's the best. He's the greatest.
I don't like that guy.
Why not?
'Cause I wanna
The
steal
nearest
his
city
stuff.
that had some semblance of a mage's guild was Alariel.
I'm going to travel.
To where?
You know what? I'm gonna look at the maps. On these 3 maps, does it have that city marked?
Yes, all 3 of them have that city. And a lot of other ancient cities.
Derek, do you know how maps work?
Yes, I know how maps work.
Do you know how civilizations work?
Yes, I know how civilizations work.
Where are normally the first founded cities in a continent located?
Near rivers, near coasts.
Yes.
Boom, boom, boom. All by rivers and coasts. Except for that one, not by a coast. Yeah, but that's not one of the starting cities, is it?
Is it?
No.
No. This one?
That's
That
a,
one has
that's a
been there.
fortress.
That one's been there a long time.
Not as long as Alariel.
That's a good point.
It was built by the people of Malar.
That's right, on the coast.
Do we
and by
have
a
any
river.
history of those cities?
And it was
Nope.
next to a forest.
Velte did have one of the greatest libraries on all of Eltonarel.
Velte?
Yes, Velte.
Let's go to Belte. Is it still standing?
Last time you were there, there was a lot of fire.
How many times
No.
has Call been to Belte
No,
now?
not the fire that happened in Rome that burnt down the whole freaking library.
You've been to Velte 3-4 times, I think?
I've been to Velte and I was only in this party for a little bit.
Where has Call not been?
Call has not been to any of the southern regions of Sunistan or Lower.
Yes, I have. I've been here.
Um,
I've been to
Anything north of Tiraniel, including all of this area here. Nowhere near
I've been here.
Hillier or I guess
We were here.
Celiano.
I've been here.
To that one city. That's it.
I've been here and here and here and here and also
Okay.
here.
I'm gonna start traveling, and I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but
go
it's-
Says
to here,
cities were built up
to
around
here,
the Great Gates.
to here, and then to there.
So you're just going to city jump?
Pretty much.
Fast travel.
This
There
isn't
is no
Skyrim.
fast travel. You have not unlocked that until level 21.
You know
There is
what?
no level 21.
That's why I'm saying
At
that.
that point,
you know
you just
what?
get epic boons.
I'm sick of
Wait,
this game
before
master.
we go, I'm gonna
Mute.
ask the men, who are the Jorir?
The Yorir?
They're the people who lived
They
in
were
that immortal
they were
city.
the immortal people.
Who are the immortal people?
They
Exactly
were,
what they sound like.
They were strange, faceless entities who were almost completely destroyed in a battle, but I can't remember what the battle was about.
So you're saying they're
Um,
Time Lords.
Pretty much.
What's the Time Lord?
Think about it.
Doctor Who.
That was in character.
Oh, okay.
At least that's a
Lord
loose
of
translation.
Time?
At least that's a loose translation from Orcish legend.
Orcish legend is strange.
Hey, you humans believe in what's the strange things that humans believe in?
Name one.
Other humans being good people.
No, I don't believe in that.
Oh!
I don't believe in that.
I'm saying.
Why do you
general
think I
public.
have a knife?
I believe in some good people, but
Who
most
is
of them
Ramun
are not
Malar?
human.
Ramun Malar, also known as Ramun the Unbroken,
Oh,
was the one
yeah.
who founded the city of
Here
Alario.
it is. I found him.
And
He's on
founded the
archipelago.
country of Malar. As
Really?
is after his own name. But
Archipelago.
Yeah, and then we went to his tomb and he
and
secretly...
basically it was the Malarian dynasty and it technically has been all the way down to Trellian Malar, who died. So the Malarian dynasty
Wait.
is over.
So if he founded the city of Alariel, they founded the great city of Alariel atop one of the four gates. He also said that there is
Wait.
a fourth location. So
Wouldn't it be like four corners? Four gates, four corners to
That's
the
what I'm
continent?
thinking.
Yeah.
1, 2,
You realize
three,
that would put it right here?
4.
Where is the capital that he made? The Unbroken. Dude.
This one
Ramun the
has a big
Unbroken
dot.
was in
Alario. Who found it down here?
You have no idea.
Well, let's go over there then on our way up. Let's head over here.
Down to Suneston?
Has Call been there before?
Not really. No, you haven't been there.
From the
I
peak
thought
of
that was part of
Olar,
their
which was
backstory.
so high.
You have. Well, in backstory, technically yes.
But that might have been
But
a
that
while
was probably
ago.
closer to Lenovar than Sunistan.
Sulithim. Sulithin.
Yeah. You wouldn't have ever been up to Ortavenar, or else you would clearly know that you've been to Ortavenar. Or the Ashen Depths, or the Fallen Earth.
Time to go to the marshes with the
We're
bodies
on
and the
it.
candles.
Yeah.
Elton is
You haven't
here.
been up to Avantion or
This is
anywhere in Valenton
continent.
except for the
No,
Telescope.
this continent is still Tonarel. Elton is the planet.
Yeah.
I just saw that word repeating, so I'm like,
That's why
that
Eltonor is
word.
written right there.
okay, so we are going there.
Duran.
Where?
Duran.
I don't know much about it.
I think we should go to the other three places first. We're more likely to find
Well-
clues there.
Well, if it's four corners, right?
Hmm.
The next corner would be down here.
Yeah,
wouldn't
but
it?
it could be like here.
No,
or
but that wouldn't
here.
make sense. That would be out of order. See, it wouldn't make a square.
This would be a square.
So that's why we're going over here first, on our way up to
The
Delta.
north, south, east,
To
to the
west
best
corners.
libraries. On our way up there, we're stopping down here to get information.
We could call
Does that
on
make
Don's
sense?
father and go to his library. He probably
Okay.
has a good library.
I don't know. He's kind of on fire. I don't think books stay well with him.
Meh.
Read any good books lately? Yes, I recall them being charred and ashes.
Yes, every.
Yes, charred
Oh,
and
there's
ashes
a-
was a fascinating tale.
I had to read the.
Okay,
Did you know
what's
there's
next?
a version of
What is
Fahrenheit
next?
451
Well, I'm
that you
going
have to
over
light on
there.
fire to read.
Okay, so you're going to go up towards Velte?
Did you know
By way
there's
of
a,
Suniston and Nanobar.
there's a version of Fahrenheit 451 that you have to expose to flame to be able to read it?
I'm going down here.
Everybody just ignore my comment.
Derek.
I guess.
There's a book
Sorry,
like that in
I'm
one of the
studying.
Dungeons
What
and
did you
Dragons
say?
movies.
There's
I'm
a
going
version,
over here.
Okay, so you start traveling
of the book
through the
Fahrenheit
desert
451 that you
on a
have to
horse
run
with
a
no
flame
name.
over for
Feels
I
good to get out of
read
the
it.
rain.
That's cool.
I don't have a horse.
It's
But
like
in the
black and then
desert,
you run it
I have
can't
a
over.
remember
horse.
your name. Because there ain't no one for to give you no fame. Da, 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 da.
Because there ain't no one for to give you no pain.
It's almost like a fruit hat.
Do you not remember the tradition that you have?
Tradition. I'm not gonna throw dice at you.
Come
Hey,
on.
maybe I will.
We have all the ammunition. We have more ammunition than you do.
Yeah, but it just bounced back. Oh, it
I
stayed
can't
on.
knock off a water a bottle that's that. There we go. Next time I'll throw this one.
He used DM powers. He commanded the player to do something.
It was suggestion.
No.
Actually, it was dominate.
Paperwork.
Dominate monster.
Oh, you're not the one who paperwork influences. Never mind.
Dominate humanoid. What's that spelled? Dominate
Dominate-
person.
Yeah, there's dominate person and there's dominate
Influence
monster.
person.
Dominate monster. You're so powerful, you might as well be a monster.
Okay.
My name, I'm not a monster, I'm Satan.
Your name isn't even Motor.
That's Cthulhu. You're not Cthulhu.
Lies.
No, Asmodeus is Satan.
You don't know that.
Is there any more information on Sital?
Are those guns?
Yes.
It does talk a bit about
For my
Satal,
gunslinger.
but after the second quote, and it's pretty much turns into a romance novel.
My heart
There's not a lot of information on Satal.
My
I'm
heart
gonna
has
ask the
a hole
guy
in
the
it.
same
Oh look,
question.
it's Jacob.
Okay.
My heart has a hole in it. Oh look, it's Jacob.
Sital.
My heart has a hole in
Isn't
it.
that the
Oh look,
one
it's Jacob.
from Doran's autobiography?
Yeah.
Sital. Not sure, other than she was one of the. Obviously, one of the Slayers. Of decently high rank, as they had 5 ranks based on the words they knew, and as she told him to look for the final words, that meant they were at least 4th rank of the Slayers. At
I know
that
lots of
point,
words.
If Dora never did actually find the final words, he might still be alive to this day.
Wait, say that again?
If Doran did find the final words, if he ever completed his task, he might still be alive.
You
this
mean
day.
Ammon?
No,
Doran?
different Doran. Technically Doran, but I still pronounce it Doran.
There's no I in it.
Okay, and then the Urir are the ones who created Teltalion?
No, the gods gifted them that city.
There are many historians who argue about this point. Some say it was the gods, some say it was the Uriel themselves who built it around the gate that they found there.
Wait. They found the gate there?
Yes.
It was there before
That is why they built the
were
city there.
civilized.
What, you think they just built the city in the mountains?
Is
of
this
Kameja
like a
for no
ley
reason?
line gate or a physical gate?
From what I understand, less of a physical gate.
Is it like a place where the veil between life and death is thin, or is it more
I
like
don't
a...
think it's that kind of gate. This is not Harry Potter.
I'm talking about like real life, like hospitals is where
No.
place. There's lots of death that happens in
There's-
hospitals. It gets
I
worn.
feel
through.
like it was more of some sort of teleportation device.
That's what I was thinking. But to where though? A different
It's just
vertex?
an ancient teleportation device. May have been another vertex, another plane. No one knows except the ones who built the city around it.
Do you know what a vertex is?
Vertex, another place on the same plane?
No, vertex is a different place with its own Feywild and own things. It's like a
Oh.
completely different dimension.
That's technically another multiverse.
A vertex in math is where 2 lines intersect.
Yeah. Technically in D&D, that's just another multiverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to think.
But is there
Would you
more
like to
than
join
one
us on our journey to find it?
Once the DM gets bored, there's more than one multiverse.
Technically, there already is more than one multiverse in this campaign.
Because Alamont came from it.
Also, yeah.
It might be interesting to actually see the city. If I assume that is where you're going. Where are you going?
We're going on a journey to find
The
Olar.
4 gates. No, this many. Not this many. This one.
With
Wait.
Could take months.
That means the first gate.
With the 4 gates, I don't think it would be possible to find the one in Alariel.
Well, it's kind of ruined.
I do not even know where the gate in Belte was. The gate in Alariel was beneath the palace, but seeing as how...
Wait. Beneath the palace?
Yes, beneath the palace. They built it around the gate. The palace is at the center of the city.
Do you know what these gates are exactly?
Teleportation.
I believe some sort of magical teleportation device.
To the same plane or different?
I have no idea. I've never seen one for myself.
Mm.
Though I'd like
Why
to.
don't we go and focus on what we
It's the Ark
know?
of the Covenant.
Tyranniel was, when it was
You're gonna
besieged,
turn into
much of it was
Bronson now.
destroyed, so I do not know if the gate there would even be able to be found. Velte was mostly burned.
Yes, but that doesn't destroy a gate.
It depends on where the gate is. It might destroy access.
We have shovels.
It might. I would say the most viable solution, the most viable way to find the gate would be to go to
Alaria?
the
We
ancient
have
city
the axe
itself.
of the Dwarvish Lords. We can dig
You
through
mean on the
anything.
legit other side of the continent?
Of course.
Do you have any spells that you can get us there, or are we gonna have to walk?
I have a little bit.
It's
of
adventure.
the arcane
Come
arts.
on, we can do some
I might
trading.
be able to.
When you say the ancient city, do you know what city that is?
That's the freaking Teslite city.
Telecite.
Tell us that.
Teltalian?
Teslite.
Are you talking about
Tessellite.
Teltalian?
Yes.
Do you know where that is?
I have not seen it, but from the records I've read, I'm sure I could find it.
So who's this guy? I wasn't here for the introduction.
He is a random book merchant.
We're bringing him with us. He's gonna die.
Okay, in the
It would look good
autobiography
in
of
my
Doran
autobiography.
Greycastle, can
Oh,
I?
what?
It would look good in my autobiography to find one of these gates.
Is there anything about how he found Olar? It just says like when I last made my way into Olar, so you think that he had like a journey to find it.
It did talk about him finding a gate, but then it almost feels like something's left out.
Like we're missing a part of the book.
Like, not like necessarily part of the book as part of the story.
So like the how he found the gate is left out.
His journey is left out.
It tells you how he found the gate, but it doesn't tell you what he did once he was there.
How did he find the gate?
He, basically the same way you guys are doing it right now, just researching and finding out that there are gates under major cities.
So there's really nothing, no information that we can get from the book.
Not really.
Okay.
Ooh, what's that thing called? There's like this thing where if you meditate, it gives you...
You go into Key and become Tiber Septim. You
No,
become greater than the Daedric princes themselves.
you get...
This isn't Skyrim.
You
But
get
the great Talos himself.
you get like this energy field that's like two triangles,
What is this?
Like-
a Triforce?
like two,
No, it's the Star of David.
like, yeah, sort of looking like that. It's like two of these placed like this, but they're in one,
The Star of David.
sort of.
No, you're talking
It's-
about something like
The
this.
Star of David
They're
is two
within
triangles
one
within
another.
another.
Yeah,
But in
Except you're
3D,
just
but
making
in
a third
3D.
dimensional Star of
and
David.
it gives you can travel between different places with zero loss in energy. We just
What
have
you're
to meditate
thinking
hard
of
enough.
Is the thing in
Says
D&D
level one
called
monk.
the Cube of Dimensional. The Cube of Power is a thing in D&D, and it is a relic.
Or you might as well just be thinking of the Amulet of the Plains.
No, it is a cube, and I know it is a
Who
cube.
is Villar?
That's a question.
That's the question.
Really?
In the context, it appears that Villar is Doran Greycastle.
A second name. A nickname?
I'm gonna ask him. Do you know who Villar is?
Wait, is that his new name when he gets into the city?
From what I have read, that once you join the Red Cloak Slayers, you are given a new name.
A
I
title.
assume that Villar is Doran's new name.
Or is he a completely new person?
I have no idea. He acts similar throughout the entirety of the novel.
Well, why are we just waiting here? We can read the books on the way.
I assumed that you guys were traveling and I was reading on the way.
Oh,
I got distracted. No, you got distracted. For 2 hours? There were books involved.
There was books and a map, and also some dice and money, and
wait. Dice and money.
beer.
I'm down.
and also beer
Sure,
and
you
whiskey
can drink the beer.
and mushrooms.
Have I ever told you? You read too much on adventure, especially in the presence of ladies.
Oh, what? I'm busy right now. Just give me a minute.
Okay, so where are you actually going?
The test first. We're gonna go to Olario. Wait. Which side should we go? Should we go Olario or Velte?
I would go to Alariel, Taroniel, and Velte.
So we're going in a circle.
Yeah, and then just do the circle.
Okay, that's what we're doing.
Okay, so you go to Olario.
Walking montage.
It's about a month and a half journey.
What happens in that month and a half?
She wolfs out.
Other than that.
Yeah, you know about that, don't
Paul
you?
gets to wrestle a wolf.
Oh great! I want to see how this turns out.
Are you actually going to try and wrestle me? Because I would have,
Nothing happens
walked
during.
away.
It's a fairly uneventful journey. The Southern Woods have gotten a lot quieter ever
I think
since
I'm just gonna
the
keep
Temple
playing
Vine was
pranks on that
destroyed.
girl you're super protective
Dang it.
of.
I like the animals. Especially bears in the spring. They're angry and fun to wrestle.
Way to be a gentleman, man.
I'm not a gentleman. I have 3 identities. You think I'm a gentleman?
One of them is a gentleman. One of his
That guy's
identities.
getting
That
mad.
is true.
I am more of a gentleman than you are. So.
You're a woman.
Exactly.
You can't be a gentleman.
And I'm still more of
You
one
can be a
than he
gentle
is.
woman.
I'm not gentle.
I don't
Use
know.
the axe.
Can I
Stab.
steal her axe?
No.
Hello.
While she's
Do-
sleeping?
Do you have a moment to speak about our Lord and Savior? My axe in your face!
That's a good Lord and Savior. Okay, while she's sleeping, can I steal her axe?
It did bring me to heaven.
Can I steal her axe while
No.
she's sleeping?
Call doesn't actually use an axe.
What do you use?
Does Call?
I thought I took Meliodas' axe and traded him.
Did you?
I thought I did.
I'm stealing it.
No, you're not. You're gonna die.
My character would try to steal it.
And Meliodas would kill you, even if Call
Why
didn't wake up.
Meliodas?
Because Call wouldn't wake up.
Does Call wouldn't wake
Who's-
up and Meliodas would.
Really? With my stealth?
More likely than Call waking up.
I kind of want to play this through and try to steal her weapons.
If you do, and she finds out, you will die.
If you can find me,
We will find you.
and we will kill you.
Paul,
have
do
a
you
very
want to do some
specific set of
studying?
skills.
Very specific set.
I never learned to read.
Can I steal? Can I steal and then run around with it?
Remember when Call?
Why not?
I'm gonna say no.
Why?
Do you remember when Call said that
Just
she never
because.
learned to read?
Did you know you can take a feat for that?
I can take a feat for that.
Yeah,
I already
actually-
have 2 feet, and that's all I need. Thank you.
I said I'd grow another foot by the time I reached 10.
Can I trip her?
I assumed I'd have gotten taller.
My character's very intrigued by your character. By her lack of paying attention, he just wants to steal everything you have.
Mine?
Yeah.
Your character is
Yeah,
She doesn't pay attention.
The fate
but
of the multiverse rests
on.
on your hands, and you just want to steal an axe.
Okay, so there was an interesting
Not even the
line
fate
in
of
here.
Altanimor, it's the fate of the multiverse.
For I knew that if I could not reach Olar, the world as I knew it would die. I'm wondering if it's the same for us.
No.
It sounds like it.
We have Cthulhu.
Speaking of which, Cthulhu!
Why are you calling for Cthulhu?
Oh, bump!
Why is he at our beck and call?
Because he's
Nothing
bored.
happens.
Darn it. Because this says the ancient one. He's the ancient and
I
forgotten
make
one,
a
right?
Cthulhu statue, like a little rag doll, and then I light it on fire.
You
Nothing
have to have a
happens.
piece of Cthulhu for a voodoo doll to work.
Yeah.
You have the piece of the being, or a piece of clothing that belongs to the being.
Is that
something
actually
about-
allowed in D&D?
You can certainly try.
I'm gonna steal one of her hairs.
However, I'm going to say it takes the wish spell to
I
actually
have very
make it
long
into
hair.
an actual voodoo doll.
Okay, while you're not paying attention, I'm gonna like cut some of your hair off.
It's
There
very
was
red.
a Dargon in that piece of hair. You're gonna get stung.
What the crap?
You accidentally cut a Dargon.
What's a Dargon?
My dragon? My pseudo
I'm
dragon.
leaving Arvine home, just so you know.
Arvine doesn't want to come. Arvine's still trying to recover.
Malleotis is
There's a
coming.
little dragon in your hair.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna throw
it's
rocks
always
at
been there.
It's always
it.
been
I'm like
there.
throw little pebbles at it, trying to make it come out.
You're
There's a
gonna
little
get
dragon
stung.
in your hair?
My Dargon, my
Yes,
pseudo
it's
dragon.
always been there.
Oh, yeah.
My pseudo dragon.
I'm gonna try to play with your pseudo dragon.
Don't try too hard.
Why
If you
not?
play with fire, you're gonna get burned.
I think
So-
He may not breathe fire, but he is fire.
Okay, so you
His
eventually make it
lyrics.
to Alariel.
I'm gonna make like one of those things for cats, like that has the feather on it, just like dangle it like dragon's face.
Alariel looks much the same as you last saw it, except slightly more overgrown with trees.
Oh, it looks so nice.
Cut all the trees. Cut
It's mostly
all the
trees.
Oh,
I
is it
win.
like trees growing up the sides of
I
buildings? Like halfway up the walls, trees started growing and the roots are going down.
Pretty much.
Yay! It's a nature city.
Basically,
Okay.
nature has reclaimed.
We
Alariel.
go to the middle.
This sounds like a good place for.
So
Can you just cut holes in the gates at this point?
Me?
Yeah,
With what?
with your sword that can go through like everything.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna try that.
it works.
Just
Now we don't have to climb over the freaking walls every time. We just walk through the gates.
So you make it towards the palace, which stands fairly imposing in the center of the city,
Do we
more
find-
like a keep in itself.
Do we find any squatters on the way?
Squatters?
No,
People who-
Alariel is completely abandoned.
Really?
where'd all the
Yes.
people go?
They died.
Elsewhere?
Most of them south.
Well, there's still all these new little villages.
Those have been there for a long time.
Oh, okay.
Those were there before you just didn't know where they were.
Okay, so we should try to get into the keep. You down?
Why would I not be? I'm here.
Okay.
If I wasn't, I wouldn't. I would be.
Go, vicious
Oh.
beast, open the door.
I slap him and then go to open the door. How much damage
You
do I
open the
deal
door.
for a hit?
Are you actually gonna slap me?
Roll to hit.
Oh, dang. I'm actually gonna...
Is the plus 11.
Oh, dang. You
That
could
would
roll a
be-
5 and you would hit me.
That's an 18.
1 plus your strength modifier.
1 plus my strength modifier
Excuse
is
me, sir.
5.
I just got
Thank you.
slapped.
It like leaves like a red mark.
I like
on the side of
fall
your
on like
face.
the freaking ground. It's like, whoa!
It's almost like a bloody memory, except not
You
quite
just
as
got
good.
a black woman slapped.
I know, a big orcish black woman.
And it was
Praise
backhand
the
also.
no.
No,
Like,
it was a backhand.
respect. You've just earned
Slap.
respect.
Your neck just snaps to the side,
this
and
a
it's
new
like
character?
painful. You
Yeah.
can feel that on like your spine.
You've just earned some serious respect.
You can like feel it on your spine as your neck just snaps to the side.
It,
You just earned some respect.
it's,
Because
time,
you can hold your own.
it's time for you to be done.
For me?
Your character. Is what I say. It's just time for you to... You probably shouldn't do that.
Respect.
Respect.
Okay. Is there just the doors? Or is it like all overgrown over the doors?
Spinning
The
back
doors
kicks
are
the
not
doors
actually
open.
that overgrown. Not every square inch of Alariel. is
Can
that
we
overgrown.
open it?
You can certainly
I
try.
want to
I'm
go
gonna try to
up in
open the
monkey
door.
levels.
You open the door.
Even I rolled a critical 1?
You fail to open the door. You trip and smack your head against the
The door.
door, taking 8 points of bludgeoning damage,
What the
which is more than
crap?
called slap.
That doesn't make any sense.
Boom!
He hit the hinge.
You basically hit the equivalent of a doorknob, like the knocker.
Cole
I'm gonna
puts
try
her thumb
again.
out.
There's a dent
No,
in your
no,
head.
no. Cole puts her thumb out, touches the door, and it just.
No, wait.
Can we just like
It's
punch?
off its hinges.
Can you like punch the hinges?
I'm only monk level 1. I don't think I have iron hand, kung fu
Well, you're
yet.
proficient with hands.
That sounds
Wait,
very
would that
wrong.
slap be considered an unarmored attack?
Yes.
Yes. An unarmed strike, yes.
Oh no.
Why?
Oh, technically you were supposed to deal 1d4. You're a monk.
Yeah, because I didn't remember. So I lived.
I did. I said I'm a monk, and then I did the thing.
I blame the DM.
I want to go up in monk levels.
But you can't do that till you actually go up in actual levels.
What level are you?
1.
12.
Well, he's level 1 monk.
I'm level 10.
That's because you made new characters.
Congratulations. Because I play it safe, I don't have to make a new character.
That character
Paul
was still alive.
plays it safe. Level 1 bard, level 1 monk.
What's
I'm-
next? Level 1 wizard?
No,
You have
I
to have
can't
one,
keep track
at this
of those.
level, you could have 1 level in every single class.
Meh. I wish I had
Which would
created
be
a monk
awful.
character.
Well, you can become a barber monk.
Barbardark.
Barbarian monk.
A barber monk.
A barbark.
Bardba monk.
A bardba monk.
Badoink.
No, it's the Grandma Poobah to doink of all this negative. Wait.
No, he's just Badoink. That's his class.
Right.
Badoink.
Grand Poobah to doink of all
BBM.
this
What was that?
BBM.
Okay.
Boom, boom, boom.
So what
Your
did I
car's
miss?
starting.
What are we doing?
We're going into the keep and we're going to find the gate underneath.
All of a sudden, on the road next.
Where are we right now?
All of a sudden,
At the keep.
on the road in Alariel. A Bugatti Veyron Supersport. Down the road next to everyone.
I'm killing the driver and
It's a
stealing it.
giant mushroom.
It's friendly!
Okay.
Giant sushi
Giant
friend. I had to. If you start it, you must finish it.
Cactus juice. It'll quench ya.
Yeah.
Nothing's quenchier. It's the quenchiest.
I've been hallucinating cactus juice all day, and then you go lick something stuck to a cave wall?
I'm
Yes.
curious.
I was.
Can't help it. I have a natural curiosity.
Your hands are cold.
Okay, back to the game. We got sidetracked for too long, which is about a minute.
Cole kicks the door. Cole kicks the door down.
The door opens.
No, go down. Boom.
The door opens more.
As you're punching the door, I walk in.
Wouldn't the would be?
And then the door falls inwards. I'm just kidding.
Boom.
I'm just
There we go.
Dexterity freaking save.
Why is the door leaking red?
Okay, I got
That's so
22.
bad.
I jump out of the way.
I thought I was just kidding.
I don't care.
I got a natural -0.
I've had people get
The
negative.
door
one on
falls
rolls
inward,
before,
bounces off, and hits you in the face.
so-
That'd be
They
sad.
made rubber doors.
Wait, what?
Rubber door.
If a door can do that, it's made of rubber.
or
Okay.
willow. Willow's flexi.
No, it's made of rubber.
What's next? We go in there. We're looking for the gate.
We go downstairs.
There's a downstairs.
There should be.
But how do you find the downstairs?
Cut the floor.
Meliodas. Never mind. I have the thing. Wha bam!
Is he hitting the floor? I'm gonna stand
Wait.
near. I'm gonna stand near
You're
the
just
walls.
hitting the floor with the axe?
Not to travel.
Not much happens.
I thought that would.
Ting!
It's a freaking stone floor, dude.
Usually that works.
Ting! 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 Ting!
What is this? The mines?
Ho! Okay.
I'm gonna go look like invest. I'm gonna
Hi-ho.
investigate
It's
the
up
king's
to
chair,
where we go.
like his throne.
Okay.
Like look for like if I
Roll an
can like,
investigation check.
pull anything or. I got a 19.
You don't find anything out of the ordinary for a throne.
A throne?
Well, I'm like looking for like if like the arm goes down or like buttons or crap.
If you kick it over, that
You don't
will
find
look
anything
just as
unordinary
fine.
for a
I
throne.
am fed up with this throne. I kick it over.
You kick the throne over.
Gold and
It
jewels.
hurts.
Gold and jewels go
How?
everywhere.
It was like carved into the stone.
Oh, so it doesn't fall over.
Yeah.
Call can cut those in half.
I'm gonna look for a dungeon.
Okay.
That's always
Roll an
fun.
investigation check. What'd you roll?
That's a -4. It fell off the table.
Automatic 0.
12.
I assist. Actually, no. I'm gonna investigate on my own. 20.
So,
Critical one.
Call sits on the floor and meditates. Naps. Meditates until somebody
Call naps on the floor.
sitting up. Until somebody yells out that they found something.
So, eventually you do find the dungeon.
Are there dead people in there?
Yes.
Yes.
There
I'm
are
kidding.
dead people.
No, I have a canker sore in the back of my
Likely forgotten when Alariel was fled from. They're like skeletons.
Revivify.
That's within a minute.
That's very optimistic.
Paul just says it because she saw someone do it before. Usually this works.
Bye. Weed whacker.
We're vacuuming the dungeon.
No, weed whacker.
Oh, okay.
The bones explode.
I'm looking for a very secure door. Like
Roll an
more.
investigation check with disadvantage.
21.
What's that button that does
There be
light?
dungeons.
What?
There be dungeons.
I roll a 21 and you tell me I'm in a dungeon?
There isn't a door down here, obviously.
There are chains in the cells, and there are bars.
So there's like no way to go anywhere aside from the entrance we came in.
Well, basically, there's cells on the left. To your left, there's a stone wall. To your right, and a stone wall at the very end.
Button 11.
Which one's button 11?
The sphere of light, 60-foot radius. Everyone
You
is
just blinded me.
No, it's not that bright.
No.
It's bright, but it's
It
not
is
as
if I
bright
do
as the
this.
sun.
If you whack me with it, maybe.
The onyx sphere sinks into his head like it's insubstantial, and whoa,
Button
light
12.
comes out of his eyes.
Button 12. Brain is gone.
Okay, there's obviously nothing in this dungeon that could help us.
We could go down.
You know what? I'm
further.
gonna roll investigation on the wall, like looking for freaking hidden passages and crap.
Just in the dungeon or
In the
palace?
dungeon.
Okay, roll investigation with disadvantage. Actually, I guess not disadvantage. You have light.
Oh, sweet. I got a 27.
Okay.
Would that be a dungeoneering check?
So, technically, it's a
Investigation. I have a +8 to investigation.
So you're looking around.
Why do I have a plus? Why do I have a +6 to
I
medicine?
really
Why
know
don't I
when
ever
every
use that?
stone was placed down to the second.
Why do I have a
There is
+6 to
something
medicine? I
bit
never use
off.
that.
Wait.
About the wall at the very end of the corridor. Like there's less mortar between the bricks.
I'm gonna start fiddling around with the bricks and see if any of them come out.
Why don't you just hit the
They
wall and hear for hollow?
Okay,
I'm
be
gonna
my
take my
guess.
sword and just start hacking through it.
What is this, hack and slash with
So
buildings?
you're cutting through the stone, however, it makes such a clean cut that there's
Cut-
just a cut in the stone.
Here,
now.
here, cut
Now
this-
instead of one stone, you have two stones.
Cut this shape.
I'm gonna take it and swing it around, and it's like a circle.
like a whoosh.
Yeah.
Now
So
you
it- so
hit
if
the
It would
circle.
fall inward technically, or no, you're just making a circle.
Hit the
just making
circle.
a
That is
circle.
your job.
Okay.
Punch the circle.
Cole
Or hit it.
uses iron iron spear hand and sinks her hands into either side of the circle and pulls it out.
Wait, what?
She uses the training that she's been doing on trees, is hitting it with her fingers.
Basically,
Stone hands, either side,
she
pulls it out.
pulls the circle out.
How are you pulling the circle out?
It's made of stone.
In order to actually get your hand... The cracks are about that big left by the sword.
No, that's why I'm saying just hit it with your axe.
Boink.
Does it fall inward?
No, hit like that.
Hit it like full on, like.
Call does a spin around once and hits it at a 90-degree angle, a perpendicular.
There's not enough space in the hallway for that.
Now there is.
It is if you keep it close in and then swing it out.
Okay. Roll damage, I guess?
I roll strength to see
What
how
is the
hard
damage
you
on
hit
this?
the
Roll
door.
damage.
I have this somewhere. I have the Axe of the Dwarvish Lords in here somewhere.
Wait, you have an axe of the Dwarvish Lords?
Yes, I do.
Why aren't you becoming a dwarf?
It's 1d12 plus
I am.
7.
I shrink 2 inches.
Slowly getting shorter.
He's becoming a dwarf.
1d12 plus
Sorry,
7,
she's becoming.
1d12 plus 7.
I believe.
I need a d12.
Actually, plus 8 for you.
1d12 plus 8.
That's
would
a
be
D20.
60. Oh.
This is a D12.
I took it up from that pile and it's a d20. Okay. That's
crap. 17.
17.
Well,
Circular stone
make your.
goes in about 8 inches.
And does it fall?
No, does not fall.
Because in 8 inches,
Yes.
can we like see any? Is it still
No.
within the wall?
It's still within the wall.
Can you hit it again?
I can turn off the light and then let our eyes adjust and see if light is coming through the cracks. And then I
I
can
think
hit it
we
again.
would notice if light was coming through the cracks.
No, this light is bright.
Perception. Yeah, that's.
There's no light coming through the cracks that you can see.
Okay.
He didn't even say what he got. Like, no,
Hit it
No.
again.
don't tell me what to do. I was gonna do that anyway.
Really?
Roll damage.
Why is everyone just slapping me now?
Because you.
D4's over here. That's a
3.
D6.
That's the 3.
That's
a
D4.
D4.
What the crap?
4.
Whatever.
You
Okay.
take 6 points of damage as there's now another red mark on your
Why
face.
is everyone beating up my character?
You keep
Your
being
character is
rude.
not very nice.
All I said was hit the thing again.
Don't tell her what to do. She is a strong,
Tell her it's
independent
also
orc.
temperamental.
She's
I'll put her
had.
to sleep.
Okay,
Strong,
Amber
independent,
Alert,
young orc.
Please.
Amber.
Yeah,
Oh.
me no mate.
We're going to Amber Alert, guys.
There's so many Amber Alerts lately.
Yeah.
Which is sad.
Everyone's getting abducted
I've only gotten 2.
by aliens.
Yeah, but 2 a day.
2 in the same day is a problem.
I
Yeah,
didn't get one
I
today.
have had 3 today.
You've
and
had
2
3?
yesterday. 2 yesterday.
You've had a lot more than I have then.
Where have you been? Does chaos just follow you or something?
Yes. You
That's
don't know
why
my
Jonathan
life.
is backing down.
I don't know.
You don't know my life. Chaos. Oh,
Chaos and broken
my
toilets
gosh.
follow him.
Broken toilets. I fell down a mountain once.
And broken creepers. And broken
I-
vases.
A deer was. It ran at me. So I'm like, nope.
Wait, what?
It ran at me.
Why'd the deer run at you?
So Call
It was
jumped to the
fall.
side
It-
and slayed it.
It was fall. And it was a buck.
Okay, that's a different story.
And so I was
That's
like,
a
nope,
different
not getting
story.
impaled today. Jump off the trail. Woohoo!
Yeah, if it's a buck, it will charge you. I thought you meant like a doe.
I was charging me.
If it was a doe, I would have kicked it.
I was so
No!
confused.
Stop!
You get
Bad
in the
deer.
face, just whoopsh. It's
Okay.
like punching a shark in the nose.
Boink.
Do you hit the door? Did you roll to hit the door again?
I hit
You hit
the
me.
circle of. I hit the cylinder of stone, yes.
Okay, he hit it again.
How much damage?
Same.
No.
That's 17.
Oh, that is a 9. 17.
I got you.
So you hit it again. And it goes about another 8 inches.
Holy crap. That means
Same.
that thing is like a foot and a half. Almost a foot and a half
17
in the
again. I think this die is weighted.
So you hit it again.
wall. Nope, that's actually.
And this
right.
stone
that's a six.
circle
Never
So
mind.
it actually does fall, and you just hear thud, 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 thud,
There's stairs. I want a high
No,
five.
it's a cliff.
thud, 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 thud.
Then why is it going thud, 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 thud?
Because it.
If it
you
was
know-
a cliff, you'd hear
No.
thud.
No, because of the low, low air pressure in between the wall and the moving object. It gets sucked towards the wall. That's why when you're falling down a cliff, you hit the side of it.
It's actually very interesting.
Interesting.
Okay, I'm looking
I think
over.
these are stairs. They're hitting it too fast. Like,
Yeah.
It's a rotating.
thud,
It's a
thud,
cylinder.
thud.
Yeah, but if it's rotating, I think it's hitting stairs. I'll go first to see if it's stairs, and if it's not, you can throw me over.
How big is the circle that I made?
Like this.
Apparently it's made of wolves.
It's like this big.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I'm crawling through.
So I'm gonna cut like that.
Stop it, phone. I know there's people having issues. Stop it. And I
People
know
are-
the color of the car and the make and the model.
Is it the 1999 one?
1998 red Dodge.
Yeah. So you get it multiple times, okay. I
Chaos follows Jonathan.
I paid attention.
You get
to
one
them.
every time it's sided.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't.
I
Right.
peek through light. Whoop.
You put the light through?
Yes.
Sweet.
There appears to be a staircase.
Push.
Oh, great.
Wait, are we
You
gonna
fall
push
down
through
the
the part that I
staircase.
just
You
cut?
want me to roll dexterity to see if I like
Yes.
I know you'll save it. I don't do it like, huh! I do it like,
20
you're going in.
freaking 3?
You just take a step down the stairs.
Yeah, I don't push you
Actually,
like
do a
this.
backflip and then land on the stairs.
I don't push you like this. I go like, okay, you're going first. You said you were.
Oh,
You
All
fall.
of a sudden, the boulder.
Oh.
Rocks fall.
We need to
Only
call an
Andrew dies.
archaeologist to outrun this boulder.
We need to call an
Does
archaeologist
he have a
who
hat
uses
and a whip?
He has a sort of hat, but it's not the style of hat we normally see in this
He
place.
needs a bullwhip and a hat.
You mean not that hat?
All of a sudden, this random guy. What are those things you have? This is a gun. What's a gun?
It's kind of interesting, the story of how Indy got his whip.
This is called Boom.
And this is called Shakalaka.
If I get grenades, that's what I'm naming.
Shakalaka. Boom. Shakalaka. Boom. Shakalaka.
It's easy to make a grenade, just pellets and
You just put
casing and
gunpowder in a
gunpowder.
thing. That's all you
Gunpowder, a thing.
No, I mean like set up that like makes a ton of shrapnel.
need. All you need is gunpowder in a thing.
Yes,
Okay.
It's brittle.
We go down the stairs
ironwood.
with calls.
Splinters.
Is your light following us?
I'm following you, and I have a light.
Okay. I'm just double checking.
It's a light.
Not that kind of
Light.
light.
Humana, humana, humana.
All makes sense. Call was high this whole time. It's all part of Call's imagination.
Call when she's high is scary.
That's
Yeah,
when
Call-
I,
Only
almost
if I
killed you.
roll a certain number.
that's when I hide.
Okay?
You can't
You
hide.
fail.
That's a 32.
There's nothing to hide behind you, fail.
We're in a staircase.
No, I mean when calls high. I
Yeah, if Call was high
disappear.
right now, you can't.
Where would you get high from?
I have mushrooms
Mushrooms?
in my backpack.
You freak! You're carrying drugs with us?
Why not?
Don't question, Call. Dude, so you make
Don't
it down
question
the
my
stairs,
methods. I'm like Sherlock Holmes. He
And it
was
goes...
addicted to opium.
The stairs go about 1,000 feet down. So, they go for a long ways.
Our calves are very sore.
Calves are very sore.
Not mine. Endurance.
Your calves are starting to get sore.
Oh, look at that. A twinge of pain. Why are you guys falling over?
And you make it to the bottom and you find this cavern lit by this bioluminescent moss.
Boink.
I want some.
You take some bioluminescent moss.
You know most glowing algae is poisonous to humans, right? Or
Yeah, what do you
moss.
think I'm gonna use it for?
You can smoke it.
I'm not you.
Call's gonna test it. She's gonna be expert in narcotics.
Okay, I'm
Expert.
hiding. I'm hiding.
Call, please
It'll be
don't.
like
You remember what happened last
2001
time?
Space
It's-
Odyssey, except
it's
for
26.
not a full
I
thing.
am gone.
It's
you
not like
disappear behind a rock.
it's not an ounce. It's like
She's tasting weird things. I am disappearing.
You've
it's not
tasted
like a
weird
full
things.
ounce.
I know
It's
I
like
have.
a little bit to
She
see
wasn't
if
here for that.
anything happens.
Nothing happens.
I'm
Okay, doesn't work with that dosage.
way.
Do not take more.
Fine, you take more.
Sure, Chuck.
You know how
Dump it
expensive that pipe was?
No, I just dumped it out.
Oh, I was like,
You can have the pipe back.
It's just in a pile behind you, glowing softly.
there's more on the ground, you know.
Oh, great.
The bioluminescent moss kind of grows on the walls. There are small puddles of
The
water.
the barbarian is smoking.
There's
pot.
almost like grass in this area,
Wait,
and this entire place is just filled with dim light.
would the moss
And at the far
filter
side,
the
there
water?
almost appears to be some sort of archway.
If you do it right, yes.
You
Would
guys
the
wanna
moss
go
filter
through
the
here?
water? Like it
No,
drinks
they don't
it?
care enough.
I'm kind of concerned that she's gonna get high.
Can I drink the moss water?
You can certainly try.
Call does not succeed in drinking the water. I can't do it. My brain.
Paul trips and falls
Error.
face first into the water.
I'm following the tunnel.
I'ma drink it.
I already told you what's in the tavern.
I know it's in
You
there.
weren't paying attention.
Yeah, the grass.
The grass, the bioluminescent moss, the pools of water. There are stalactites and stalagmites, some of which have come together to form pillars. On the far side, there appears to be the faint. From this bioluminescent moss, you can almost see this archway.
I'm going there.
Okay, you beeline for the archway.
Call drinks the water.
Does she get high? Do-do-do-do-do.
Paul drinks the water. It tastes very old and stale.
Good vintage.
Vintage water
This is vintage water.
from the year 2.
From the year unknown less than 1.
Yeah, I'm going
From
through the
here.
archway as well.
Less than 1.
Less than
So you go
one.
to this archway, and both sides, all the way up, it's built with these large stones that are almost cylinders that almost perfectly line up, each with runes on them. And at the very top, at the cornerstone. No,
melon.
is that the cornerstone?
Yeah.
I'm looking at them and I'm trying to
That's
figure out
the
what
keystone.
level.
Keystone.
I'm
So
looking
the
at
keystone of the arch
Oh, keystone.
has a symbol that is the sun with a sword in front of it.
No.
That's it.
Yeah. Woo. You weren't here for that bit, were you?
No.
When
Okay.
Victoria read it,
I will explain it to you. In the books, that is the symbol for the people
Call enters the door.
who are at the city
I
I
that
thought
we
it
are
was
trying to
walk out
blasphemy
the
until
other
I
side.
saw the symbol embroidered on it. The sun with a sword in front of it.
What?
No, I mean you walk through the archway to the other side of
I'm
the
like-
archway.
I walked through the archway and somehow just come straight back out.
Zoop!
How?
I ask the scholar who's with us if he can understand the runes.
Speak, friend, and enter.
What language do you persona this?
Perhaps the city itself is sealed.
It doesn't seem to be, says Call from the other side of the archway.
What do you mean
Are
sealed?
you in the city? Or the fortress, I guess?
Light. Am I?
What is this? This is
It's
like
the exact same on the other
is
side.
this like Dumbledore?
No, that absorbs light. My thing doesn't do that.
Yeah, but then
I was like, wait a minute, what?
that was skill.
I was like, wait a minute, what? What?
Natural illusion check.
You just have to...
You can hear it.
You can totally hear the button, but... My button, I have all the power.
Okay, the first time that was pretty great.
For a sec, I didn't know what happened. I'm like,
What?
wait a minute.
I
Wait
am
a
magic.
minute.
I have an invisible illuminator.
Wait a minute. You like wrap the invisibility cloak around the illuminator. So it's just
Your hand's invisible too.
no, it's not. It's only around the illuminator. It's like your
The
hand's
light-
holding it.
The light becomes invisible. Okay, so I wonder, is there? What are you doing?
Seizure
That's
procedure.
giving me a headache. Okay.
Seizure procedure.
I'm testing. See if anyone gets
I'm
injured.
looking at the ground in front of the thing.
So
Wait,
the
how
ground
dark is
completely
it with
around
that?
it is stone, and it is slightly elevated from the ground around.
I'm looking at these runes, trying everything
Your sword.
to try to interpret it.
Put it in front of my light thing.
It makes pretty patterns on the wall. Very pretty patterns.
Do you have any spells that can cast fire?
Do we have a piece of the
fire?
eternal flame?
It's like a little like bolt of fire.
Can you shoot it at the sun at the arc?
It's not an arc, it's an
Nothing
arch.
happens.
It says, where does it say this?
Cried out with
Didn't
all
it
of his
say
soul.
something about the first oath?
The only way that it could be unsealed was if someone spoke the first oath at one of the gates.
Okay, what is the first oath?
The word is...
That is the mystery. No one has ever found the first oath.
What
or any
type
the
of
oaths the
oath is it? Is it like an oath that people say when they're
There
upset?
might have been something in Dorian Greycastle's book, but I'm not sure.
I'm like, pass me that thing. What should I roll?
You have it right in front of you.
The book.
You have the passages that it would be in. I gave you the passages that have important information.
Call yells very loudly. Because that's what she heard. Yell with all your might. Everybody yell at the same time.
And the wall will fall down and we can take the city.
But only after 7 days.
And we have to walk around the city 7 times, blowing 7 trumpets.
Wee! I don't know how to play the trumpet. Wee! It was nice to meet you. Now go away. It was nice to meet you. Now go away.
Go. And
Just when I had given up, thinking I had done all I could, I cried
Wrong
out
book.
with all my...
He's saying it's from the Doran one. It's not this one, because he's already in the city. What's this one? This is the one
Would
that's
Call
an arrow
know
in his
this
leg?
story? History
This
check.
one says,
You
come
would
find me
know.
within the towering walls of Olar.
Wait. May I see this?
And then the next one just jumps to when I had made my way into Olar and joined the Slayers.
Are they
Because
necessarily
I'm not
in
going to
order?
write the 200 pages in between.
So what he said is left out.
I promise you, it is pretty much in there.
So...
And that's the most interesting one to
I
read
know
anyway,
this.
so...
That's the person. So it's in that book.
Kalu Imvilar
Do you
is what Call
Nothing
says.
happens.
Dang it!
You still don't even know what that means. You just shouted a random archway.
Yes, I do, because I saw an opportunity, so I took it.
Nicely done.
I was actually thinking about making
I
that
am
one
for
of
with
the
a beacon of hope for Elton. I say something about a beacon of hope for Elton.
We are the beacon of hope for Elton.
Yeah, like that.
We are the... There's
You
5
see almost
of
a
us.
faint shimmer appear in the archway and then fade.
Yo!
We are the 5.
It's up here.
How many of us
See?
are there? There's 6. 6 of us?
Five. You 3, Meliodas, and Bookkeeper.
I will always be a beacon of hope for Elton.
What happens, Derek?
There's another shimmer. Slightly brighter.
We
I
have
just
to-
keep
and then it
keep
starts
repeating
to
it like a
fade.
chant.
We have to say it at the same time. Everyone summon all your chi and channel it.
I
through your
don't
voice.
have chi. I have blades.
Channel it. Use your inner energy.
The Bookkeeper, in the meantime, has like opened his satchel and is like flipping through things frantically.
We 5. We are the hope for Elton. How would this go? What is a good way to phrase this?
I am a beacon
We
of
are
hope
the
for
five.
Elton. I am a beacon of hope for Elton.
I will never forget the oath I have made. I will always be a beacon of hope for Elton.
We will never forget the oath we have
He's
made.
just like, he just keeps flipping through frantically. Each time you're saying it's there's like a shimmer in the archway and then it just fades again.
We have to say it with all our might, guys. Come on, that's what it says in the story. This is how this works.
And look, just like, I feel like the wording might be slightly wrong. I think I've something about that. Somewhere in here. He's flipping
Here.
through it. It's almost a journal.
I'm just gonna grab it and just be like, in front of his face.
That's not helping.
I
don't
cannot read that fast.
We are the light of hope for Elton.
Somewhere in here.
We are the
we
light.
already tried that.
No.
I want to join the beacon of hope for Eltar.
There's not even a shimmer for that one.
Okay.
Wah, wah.
Something about the Slayers.
Maybe we have to make a bloody coat. Okay, come here.
Archway of blood. Here we go.
How many
I
rooms
think I
are
might
there?
have found something. I wrote here, I don't remember what I took it from, but it says something about the first oath in a dying world.
Let me see this. Like I take it from him.
I don't actually have a piece of paper to hand you, so you...
I know, and I read the line or whatever it is.
It just talks about the first oath in a dying world.
Is that in any of the passages we have?
No.
Is it? He's not gonna give me anything.
It's not. There's nothing about a dying world in that. Actually, the closest thing is from Desolation is Nigh,
Is it honor?
which is the poem.
Do you have the poem?
Like the other riddle? Is it
No,
honor?
I wouldn't do the two riddles with the same thing.
Is it honor?
And this is less of a riddle, more of a scavenger hunt.
Call searches through her mind.
But I guess it is still a riddle.
With her wide vocabulary, what are the words that we could change this up?
Colors, shapes, and shine.
things.
Call is a living
Also
thesaurus.
Call is a dead thesaurus.
All the thesauruses are dead. Dinosauruses.
Dinosauruses.
Actually,
The Triceratops was also known as the three-point dinosaur.
I promise to be a beacon of hope for Elton.
No. Well, slight shimmer, but
Well, yeah, it's already been happening.
yeah, nothing new.
All our might! Come on, that's what it says in the story.
It says all is one. We all say it together.
I
So
cried
don't
out with
really-
all my might, is what it says.
Yes, but it also says together.
Why don't we do it together
Listen to
then?
this.
We do it together.
Elton hear their echoing cry, for if you do not, you shall surely die.
They rise up with one voice, Desolation is nigh.
Yes.
Desolation is nigh. I promise to be a beacon of hope for Elton.
We all say that together.
Nothing happened.
Not even a shimmer?
I just say the first phrase, I must always be a beacon of hope for Elton.
Gosh,
I will always be a beacon of hope for Elton.
freaking
There's
phone.
a shimmer. It's a pretty bright shimmer, but it fades too.
What about if we say it all together?
I am the beacon of hope for Elton.
We
There's not even a
are.
shimmer for that.
Your conviction is not real. You must leave.
Deception?
Deception.
You cannot deceive a stone archway.
Dang it!
Its wisdom is too high.
Its wisdom is
Come at me, stone archway.
337.
23.
Its wisdom is 337.
You know what? I'm done.
You know what? I'm done. Screw this archway. Mute. End call. I'm done. We say the things together, and we do it, and it works.
No, it doesn't.
Well, you know what? Meh.
Are
May
you
I see
using
this?
the bit of information I gave you?
I don't know what it was.
Something about the first oath in a dying world.
So we have
In
dying
this
world.
dying world, I promise to be a beacon of
You're
hope
We
right
for
on
have-
this
Elton.
page because I won't use it.
We have the phrase dying world,
Come on, I said a thing. Tell me if it works or not.
beacon of hope.
And then, the bookkeeper just like stares at the archway.
For
The
Elton.
symbol.
How many symbols are there?
I promise
There are
to
a
be.
dozen on each side,
I promise to be.
each about a foot
the-
high. It's a pretty big archway.
I promise to be the sun behind the sword for Elton.
There's nothing.
Nothing.
There's a darkness.
There's a darkness, and you cannot pray anymore.
that fades.
Dang it.
Let's see.
Ooh. Can we make the darkness go bigger? I don't know why I want this to happen, but for some reason I do.
Some of these.
I will be a
These
beacon of hope
glyphs.
in this dying world for Elton.
Nope.
Nope.
There's a shimmer. It's a little bit dimmer.
A dimmer shimmer.
It's like some of these glyphs. That one there is stand.
I
don't
will
know very
stand.
many of these glyphs, but I might be able to get a few.
I am standing as a beacon of hope for Elton.
I will stand. And forever stand.
I am standing.
That one is Dying World. That's probably where I got the Dying World from.
I will stand as a beacon of hope for Elton
Okay,
in this dying
so
world.
there's
How
12,
many of
right?
these symbols? Technically there's 12 on each side, so technically there's 24.
I will stand as a beacon of hope.
But they do appear to mirror each other.
Oh, so it's still 12 words. Then.
Let's think.
If each symbol is a single word.
So where was the one that said stand? What symbol was it?
It looked like when he
What
pointed
number?
to it, it looked like it was...
What number was the one that he said stand?
It was the third.
I will
I will.
stand.
The one that represents Dying World are the top two. The glyph actually covers two of them. because-
Well, swap those. In a. I will stand.
I would fill in the blanks after we get what he
A.
says.
I will stand as a beacon of hope in a dying world.
There's a bright flash.
This is what happens when I get riddles.
And it's so bright that none of you can actually see for a moment.
Do we have to roll like Constitution or something?
No. But
Endurance.
there's a weight on your shoulders.
I endure it. Well, no doubt the world is dying, and we're in charge of saving it.
Not on your shoulders.
That's different.
I'm probably gonna like. drop
Malleotis,
to
where
my
do you
knees.
go?
There you go.
Thank you.
So as this flash takes place, it actually extinguished your light.
My light is a darkness
And there's a
now.
slight glow. A light blue glow from this archway.
I'm
Walk
going
towards
through
it.
it. Do I have to roll strength to stand back up?
As you stand back up, you definitely feel something different.
It's not swagger.
As you walk towards the archway, you guys can see his silhouette. Silhouette against the archway. He's wearing a cloak.
That's cool.
Is it like blowing?
It's red.
Yes.
It's billowing.
I'm gonna look behind me. Am I wearing a cloak?
You were
You
not.
didn't say it. You
I
gotta
walk
say it.
towards it.
Say the words.
I will stand as a beacon of hope in a dying world.
You feel a weight on your shoulders.
Boom. See?
We have to say it
Now
together.
you, Kyle.
All my power and strength into the words.
You don't have any key points anymore.
I will
Kidding.
stand as a beacon of hope in a dying world. And walk.
Your weight's heavier.
My weight
slightly
is
heavier. Because you're slightly taller. Although eventually the cloak will go against the ground because you're just slowly getting shorter.
Okay, so I walk through this freaking blue light.
I run through it and then go through it before him.
Okay.
Where did it say dying world?
This is the top two. Well, it wasn't in any of those passages. It was in the bookkeeper's notes.
Also, it was over here, or my world will die. Where is it?
Actually, yeah, technically it does talk about that there too.
Reach, feared, where I knew.
I knew it would die.
Sure, Meliodas will say it as well.
Yay!
I will stand as a beacon of hope in a dying world. And she walks through. And
His
why
cape
not the
is-
bookkeeper will do it too. He wants to see what Olar looks like.
Of course he does. He's been researching this his whole life. You want some?
Where's the bowl?
I threw it away.
It's not down here. So
Does it look like that?
it does not. That was the first thing. That was the next incredible column.
I'm gonna grab some so I can keep them over here so we don't have
So-
to fight for it.
It's just, it's almost this just blinding light. All you can see is white.
Bam!
You can hear the voices of people around you. You can hear echoes. And you find yourselves on a white stone walkway.
Do we see living people here?
No, they're all dead.
Cliffs rise up around this area and kind of curl at the top. So there's almost like a skylight above, which illuminates this enormous tower in the center. The streets are lined with these white trees with golden leaves, and just many flowers of assorted shades.
Oh, the king is back.
The white tree is gone, but these trees aren't burned.
I walk towards the center tower.
Okay. So you are walking through.
Follow.
I'm gonna almost examine the trees.
There's no wind, but as you walk, the cloak seems to blow behind you anyway.
Superhero walk.
Carla looks at you with the words in her eyes. You look like a dork.
I probably do, but I don't care.
So, the center tower is a distance away. This isn't exactly a small area, though it seems more calm and tranquil than a regular fortress.
It's too peaceful for me.
And it is completely symmetrical.
No.
Yay! Symmetry.
I have a map if you want it.
I love symmetry. It's my favorite thing. Asymmetry makes me upset. Unless it's done correctly.
Not this one, the other side. That's something else entirely.
Oh, yay! That's nice.
Does that block the camera? That-
It looks like a lotus.
Put it there.
Should we show them?
Lotus flower.
You get to look at my other thing on the other side. I didn't take. The
I
time to
remember
erase.
that.
What?
Is it blocking the camera?
I don't think so. Nope.
Wait, which gate
Now
do
it
we
is.
come in? We can use this place to teleport between places.
You have to create. Oh, what's that thing called?
We can go from
Hey,
here
you've seen
all
the
the way
map.
up to there.
Nice.
And we can go from here to over here to back down here. Yeah. Who needs a freaking wizard now? We got a teleporting city. Well, not really.
Move the chips over here.
Okay. So you make it to the center tower, and there is an entrance to the tower.
Oh no.
And
Is there anyone around?
it is completely silent.
That's creepy.
Your footsteps almost echo against the walls.
I call that house.
There are no houses.
Dang it!
It's a city.
Then what's in the places?
Flowers.
Just flowers?
Flowers and trees. It's a very beautiful place.
I am living here.
So, and as you make your way into the first layer of the tower, there are trading dummies.
That's not surprising.
I hit it.
Your weapon.
Sorry,
just-
the beacon of hope needed water.
Sweet.
It just hits it. It literally just hits it. It's like it's made of stone.
Can I like touch it and see if it's made of stone or like?
It appears to have some almost flexibility to it.
But when I hit it, it was stone.
It's non-Newtonian.
I'm gonna sneak up behind it and pull my classic
It's
slit
slick.
the throat.
Your blade is no longer sharp.
More or less.
I've
It's
got 3 more.
It's like half the size it was before. That's how abrasive this stuff is.
Just.
Well,
Wait. We walk in, and there's just dummies.
When you pass the water,
Yeah.
Is there some kind of armory or something?
There do appear to be some weapon racks on the walls, however, they're empty.
Dang it.
can you place a weapon there and it be enchanted by the weapon rack?
I don't know. I'm gonna put my dagger on it.
Nothing happens.
Dang, I take it off.
No!
From my
It's already
studies,
been eaten, you
from my
guys!
studies,
What
I
the
believe
heck?
this has something to do with the second book.
I'm a teenage boy. This is a void.
From my studies, I believe this has something to do with the second book.
There's a
What?
second one.
Yes. From what I understand, the Red Cloak Slayers had very particular weapons. And I believe they got those from an oath.
How many oaths do I have to make?
Well, there
Can
are
you use
5.
your sword?
There
on
are 5
things?
oaths.
I'm stealing your notes.
I'm gonna try and use my sword on one of the dummies.
Ting!
I want to make something out of these things.
What happens?
That sword can cut through anything but that so far.
Why didn't you make armor out of it?
The sword?
Mm-mm. Out of the dummy material.
For the end of all is upon us.
Is it still like bright
The
white in
second
this room?
oath was always. There's like small almost gatherings of like blue luminescence in the corners that just seems to be hovering there.
It's not like light, but it's like
Well, it's light, but
Like the light spell.
I was only able to get close to the first oath. The second oath, I do not know in the slightest. However, I feel that it may have something to do with the weapons of the Slayers.
Weapons are for defense. They're not for... They're for protecting.
we would like some weapons of the Slayers, please.
No.
That's not an oath. That's
I
a,
swear to use my weapons only for good.
that's a
and protection.
proposition.
That's a proposition.
I would like some weapons. Who are you talking to? The wall?
No,
The
the one
weapon
in the
racks.
corner.
That old guy in the corner over there that nobody noticed.
Handing out swords.
Handing out swords. We could give one of these to Meliodas because he needs a thing.
So.
I promise to use my weapons only
Now
for...
that I think about it, no matter what weapon the Slayers were using, they never seemed to be wielding a shield.
The sun will be my shield.
They didn't need a shield. They were the shields. They're the guardians of Elton.
But surely even the finest of soldiers carries a shield, yes?
No.
I don't carry a shield.
They would lay down their lives for Elton. A shield means you're hiding behind it. A weapon means you're going at the enemy.
But could their weapons also turn into shields?
Yeah.
In theory, no. Because a shield is not a weapon. It's a piece of armor.
A shield could be a
Captain
weapon.
America.
Is he in D&D?
Can you hit people with shields?
Well, you can.
Are there spiked shields?
No.
You could make a spiked shield.
Mm-hmm.
No one would stop you. Except maybe the people you were fighting.
Nope, I'm gonna make it anyway. I will be the sword and the shield.
Maybe what they are trying to say is that they are the shield.
Didn't I already say that?
Yes, I'm reaffirming what you said.
I will be the shield for Elton.
Nothing.
I will bear the sword and be the shield.
But if they are the shield, then what is the weapon?
Anything that they can use. A rock could be a weapon.
It's the power from within.
I already used all that.
What would their weapon represent to those they protected?
Of truth. It cuts to the very soul.
But would that be what people would see when they saw one?
They would see it as hope. The weapon represents the hope that they carry with them, the hope for Elton.
Beacon of light for Elton.
That's what hope is.
My sword will be a beacon of light. I
They
shall
serve
be
the
a,
hope of men.
my sword will be a beacon of
Sorry,
light,
sorry.
and I will be the shield.
Okay.
I will fight to protect Elton and all those in it. And of it.
So
And
he's
all the innocents.
like looks around the room. He sees bugger all.
I look around the room. Should I roll investigation?
Yes. Or perception, your choice.
25.
It's the first time you've noticed that there's almost a small glyph carved onto the weapon racks.
How many?
One.
Just one?
Touch it with your thumb.
I'm gonna put my hand on it and say shield.
Nothing happens.
Damn.
It's like,
Do you know what this glyph means?
There's a glyph
We
there?
have to be able to decipher it given some time.
We have nothing but
If
time.
I base it off the newer languages,
I'm putting it on my hand and saying, give me hope.
Nothing happens.
Cthulhu, do you know what this is?
Do not bring Cthulhu to this city. If you do that, that is a literal sin.
It might take me a few hours to cross reference. all the
Okay,
sources.
I'm gonna start mapping the city.
Cole starts napping in the city. While he maps, I nap.
I don't know, but
You map the city.
we don't technically have one yet.
Now you do.
I start checking on each of the doors and seeing where they lead.
You don't know.
Why do I feel like I'm being stabbed in the eyes?
So
Is it because I got lighter fluid in my eye?
you notice
Yes!
the light actually does seem to change in Olar, similar to the material plane. if it is in the material plane at all.
Probably isn't.
And then, as it's getting closer to what is apparently dusk, there's great light in the sky now. What are you doing? You've pretty much mapped the city. It's symmetrical. You only have
I'm
to map
continuing
one
to study the books to see if I can find anything.
Calls meditating, napping. No, not yet. She already did that today. Let's.
I look for where the burial sites are.
Maliotis, help the old guy.
Can't find any.
Well, specifically,
I know.
it says that.
I know what it says.
Maliotis, help the book scholar.
I'm looking.
Learn some stuff.
I go back to the tower and look for sewers.
I think I figured it out.
Well, never mind. You can stay here and
I
not
think
help him.
it's the glyph for some sort of savior of sorts.
Have you heard
It
of...
is often used as a title.
I put my hand out and say, I will be the savior of Elcon.
Nothing happens.
Dang.
The savior of
Perhaps
Elton will
there is
be I?
more that we cannot see.
Can I, try to, dust off the rack or,
Can?
rub something off of it? That's what I'm trying to do.
You wear
Roll an
down...
investigation check.
You wear down another dagger.
You wear down another dagger. You have one left.
27.
So, as you're kind of dusting off the weapon rack, it's not actually something on the weapon rack that catches your eye. You notice something strange about. There's a mannequin next to. I probably should mention this. There's a mannequin next to the weapon rack, and there's something almost on the back of the mannequin's head.
He has fake hair.
Yes.
This is the symbol for toupee.
I'm looking at the back of his head.
Look at it looks over your shoulder. Oh, great, another glyph.
Hey,
Maliotis,
hey,
help the books.
bookkeeper, bookkeeper,
He was looking over your shoulder just
bookkeeper.
barely. Well, you all get some sleep. I'll try to figure this out.
Maliotis, try and learn some stuff. You will learn all the things, and you will be the greatest to ever live. Not that you already aren't, but...
So you guys going to sleep?
Is it nighttime?
Yeah.
Sure, I'll set a camp up in
Call
this tower.
already napped today. She's gonna wait another hour.
Do you sleep? So, time passes. It gets to about dawn.
Oh my God.
And you all start waking up. And the bookkeeper is just asleep against the mannequin.
Hey, it looks like somebody slept with a friend. Hey, that's in my character's things. He has a joke
Yeah.
for everything.
I know. He wakes up a few hours later. Ugh.
Yeah, I'd rather not wake him up. I'd rather he get a full rest.
Yeah, he needs it.
So he keeps looking at the glyph, keeps looking at his notes.
I
About
drew
4
cat
hours
whiskers on
later,
Holy crap.
it's like,
While he was asleep, I drew cat whiskers on him.
I think that is the glyph for shield.
Again?
It's the first time we've seen one. that's
I'm
shield.
putting one hand on the back of the mannequin head and saying shield.
Nothing happens.
No,
Does
because
she-
the glyph.
The shield will be the savior, and I will be the sword.
Here, I'll hold the dummy. You try to hit it.
I hit it as hard as I
Wait,
can.
I thought the
hits it.
glyph on the.
What the crap?
You take
I thought the glyph
11 points of bludgeoning damage.
on the weapons rack was shield.
To
The one on the
my
weapon rack was saber.
11 points of bludgeoning damage to my axe.
Yep.
I don't understand. Does it sting my hands like when you hit something hard with
Yes.
a baseball bat? Are you serious? Okay.
For the
Can I
body is
borrow
the
that pencil?
shield, but the mind is the savior.
Nothing happens.
I never said that touching anything. I was just saying it.
You don't have to
Yeah,
touch
no,
anything.
nothing happens.
We didn't have to touch the archway to make it work.
I don't know, you kind of rubbed blood on it.
That's because somebody said blood, and I'm like, okay.
Wait, you did?
Yeah, he totally did.
I never heard that.
When in doubt of a ritual or its components, blood.
Perhaps when the shield is on the mannequin, it says that the person is the shield, which I think we've already figured out.
But the weapon is the savior.
Maybe
Okay.
that's it.
I already said that.
Grant me my savior.
That's a song.
I'm going to say it similar to how we just said it. But I'm going to try to say it in the way we said the last thing. I will be a shield for others. My weapon will be their savior.
I say the same thing.
We were taking too long, so the demon had to help us.
Well, we would have gotten it.
You've got a guy who has to roll a natural 20 to decipher any of these glyphs, and each time I roll is an hour. I'm not helping you that much. You're just getting lucky with my rolls. So, all of a sudden, as he says this spear just like appears in his hand.
He gets a spear. Apparently he
And it,
is
like,
a range.
and the wood just like comes into like a swirling tip.
I want one.
That reminds me of Pearl from Steven Universe.
I do the same thing. What happens?
What
to
do you
my-
say?
I will be a shield for those in need.
That's not right.
I will be a shield for others, and my weapon will be...
The savior for them.
Their savior.
Their savior.
It takes him a few tries.
Takes him a few tries. So, a dagger appears in your hand.
I want to see what Meliodas gets.
I want a
A
wand.
golden dagger that's glowing.
I only have one?
One.
Dang it!
Its edge is blunt.
It's just fun.
Can I, like, try to put it on my other weapons?
You like tape them together. There, this will probably
So, like,
work.
Like, you're trying to smash them together.
Yes.
Smash, 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 crack.
Okay, I'm just throwing my old weapons
Okay,
out
what
the
is
way.
it?
Meliodas, say
I
the
will be a
word.
shield to others. My weapon will be their savior.
Meliodas, say the word.
Meliodas says them, and
What does he get?
what does he want?
What does he get?
Do I only have one knife?
He wants a maul.
I can't.
A giant hammer!
I think I'm gonna like try to like split it in half. Like,
It's their savior.
Roll an
my weapon will be their
intelligence
savior.
check. My weapon will be their savior.
No, an intelligence save.
26.
So somehow you managed to split the energy in two.
Yo.
Each one has half
What would I
damage.
write this down on my attack area?
Glowing dagger.
Glowing-
Gold-plated dagger of bloody dismemberment.
I'm doing that.
So, yeah.
I would say it.
So Bookkeeper, like, drops the spear and vanishes. In a similar way to how your sword vanishes.
I would say
Wait,
the
what?
words.
What happened?
Bookkeeper let go of the spear.
I like
What
go like
spear?
this.
The spear.
I like throw him down on
Spear.
the ground.
The spear.
He got a spear?
Yeah, you got a spear.
A spear with a spiral tip.
And I would like you all to add 2 to your armor class.
Yay!
I have a 20 armor class.
I would like you to add 2 to your armor class.
Where's pencil?
I need
Pen.
Do I still have
This
the
is
same
the right
ability
hand.
to hit as if it were a regular dagger?
You don't know.
I'm gonna try to hit you. I'm just kidding. I start practicing on the dummy with this new weapon.
Wait.
Paul says
where
the
did he-
word.
The
Oh.
dagger actually sinks into the dummy.
Yes!
I'm
Paul
gonna
says-
say it.
Call gets a great axe.
You get a
Unless
glaive.
that's not what Call wants. Call gets a glaive.
I knew this was the right choice all along. I knew it. How much damage does this deal?
You don't know.
Derek, I literally wrote it down. Gold-plated dagger, bloody dismemberment.
At least not the chainsaw bloody
See?
dismemberment.
There you go.
No, it's the blessed gold-plated dagger of bloody dismemberment.
Okay, so let's see. What would Call want? What has she not tried?
Wait, what do
Flail.
I get? Do I get a longsword?
Dual short swords.
What?
Do I get a longsword?
If that's what you want.
Yay!
I
Just this long sword. Just
Can I see the weapon guide?
what?
Can I see the weapons?
What about that?
I'm gonna try to take
Can
it
I
out
see
of
the
her
book
hands.
with all the weapons in it?
It's not in there.
I'm gonna try to take it out of her hands.
No,
and see
I
what
want
happens.
to see like what weapons there are
Careful, or I'll
and
try
choose
and
one.
hit you.
What would
No,
Call
I just
want?
want to see what happens.
You
if
mean
try
you
to give
want to
the
look
energy
at
to
the?
me.
That's
Well, you
just
should
the
have said
equipment.
so.
Yes, at the equipment. I don't want to get
Derek.
his book and be like,
Derek.
hey, weapons.
Derek,
No.
what happens when like she tries to hand the energy to me?
It just.
Spear.
How do I get it back?
Just act like you're summoning it.
Oh, that would
I'm
be.
gonna like pull it out of an invisible sheath.
Yo! Yo!
As you're pretending to pull it out of the sheath, it like appears slowly, as if it is coming out of the sheath.
I'm just gonna go like this. Just. Do they come?
No, you gotta go like this.
I'm just gonna practice like hitting the dummies with it. I have a +9 to hit the dummy.
Oh, do you?
I don't know. I'm gonna roll to hit the dummy.
Can Call have a scythe?
You don't have to roll to hit a dummy. Call can have a scythe.
A giant. It's like a farming scythe.
It's not quite Death Scythe though. Death Scythe doesn't glow golden.
Call has a scythe.
I deserve that.
Martial melee scythe,
Pretending to use weapon back here.
scythe. How much would a scythe deal?
A scythe, I believe we decided has the same stats as a lance.
A lance.
You don't get no levers.
What's a lance? Where's a lance at? Lance is
Which means it also has reach.
reach, special, 6 pounds, 1d12 plus whatever this magic thing does.
I gained the D8 of the DM.
Is
It's
this
not transparent, it's not one of mine.
Is this more or less powerful than
You
the
have
axe
no
of the
idea.
Dwarvish Lords?
Aha!
I'm gonna spend some time attuning to it.
Attuning to a
You
weapon
don't
that doesn't
have to be.
exist.
What?
You're already at
Because it's yours. I'm gonna like.
It's
You
your
just
soul
tuned to a
weapon.
weapon that doesn't exist? Is that what you just said?
It's your soul weapon.
Wait. I am a shield. That's why we got +2 to our AC.
It's your shield.
He's clever.
I have a scythe. I'm giving Meliodas the rod of many things.
I want that.
No, it just takes the route many things.
This is for you
How come he has so many magical items?
because I keep them.
And presses button 7.
But no,
Is there even a button 7?
Actually, it presses...
there is a button 7. I just need to find it.
It presses button 7.
Well, I think we should take a break because I need to get off my butt.
What time is it, Derek?
9:30.
Yeah, so we're almost done. Unless we want to keep playing.
I want to keep playing.
I do too.
After 10? What should we
A
play?
frostband
My
greatsword.
curfew's midnight, and I live right down the road.
I don't have a curfew and I'm sitting in my house, so...
I could
How late are you
text
allowed to
my parent
11.
and say, "Hey, we're actually staying up till midnight."
We could if you guys really
I
want
have to leave by 10:30.
Okay.
Does that mean everyone has to leave by 10:30?
Not necessarily. Yeah.
Where are you leading me?
We can take a break for now. We will be back later. on critical 20.
Kaluambalar!
As always, the words no one understands except me.
The
Kalu im Villa.